Oh, hello, we are. It's a very, very good evening to you. It's me, Scottie McClue, and we are, of course, live on the big one YouTube just for you, saying dinky do. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, here we are. I'm just going to turn myself down if that's all right. I started at the same time. Waiting in Govan, says Sub-Zero. Is it Sub-Zero in Govan? Sub-Zero? Hi, everyone, says Gordon Robertson. Gordon, you're very sharp tonight. I am most impressed. Impressed doesn't even cover it. Fantastic. Wonderful. Lovely to have you with us, of course. And welcome to our Saturday night stream. Those of you who've just joined us and you're wondering what on earth's going on, well, we've all just joined us. I am Scottie McClue, the First Lord of the Internet, the world's top broadcaster, and of course, most importantly, the world's most humble man. Fantastic. That's what we like. Hello there, traders, says Alistair. Hello, Alistair, dinky doo. And welcome. Dinky doo, says the wonderful John Jones, who's joined us already. Fantastic. Now, guys, I've got great positive news to report. So I'll tell you all about that as we go on. Lots of likes. You have to close down the chat, apparently, to get the requisite number of likes in. So you can, I don't know if you close it down or you just move it to the side or something like that, because I can't see what you can see. Dinky do, Biggin, and the other says Tambo. Hello, Tambo. Welcome. Lovely to have you with us. Fantastic stuff. Good evening, Scottie and Dinky do. Tell Mrs. McClue and Johnson I said hi. Yes, I will. I'll shout on Johnson. Johnson! Glenn says hi. That's hello in your language. Yes, very good. Yes, he likes that. So there you are, Glenn. What's your good news, Scottie? Are you coming back in the wireless? No watery leaf. We're doing more YouTubes for you because, let me tell you, the good news is that it's being very, very well received. So there you are. So I'm pretty chuffed with that. So that's the good news, Watery. And the good news is that you're here. That's even better news. How fantastic's that? Good evening, Scottie Dinky do. Good evening. Lovely to have you with us. Saturday night would not be Saturday night without our pop-up, I feel. A bit like, does anybody remember tuning in to Take the Floor with Robbie Shepherd on a Saturday night? So there you are, fantastic stuff. Tuning in to Take the Floor. It was a big thing. The Scottish country dance music. A quick chat from Air Seafront, Dinky Doo. Betty McIver, how fantastic. You're on Air Seafront. You've got me on your phone. And you're at the chat. Fill me in before you dash off. I know you're busy, but you've got it on the phone there. That's tremendous. Betty McIver, the wonderful Betty McIver, is doing it air on the seafront, watching the sun go down. And she's got us there live on the phone. Fantastic. Scottie, hello, everyone. Everyone, hello. Kareem's joined us. Woo! The Drenchit, the Denecht Loon, says Alistair Campbell. Denecht. Now, what have we got? It's Donach, isn't it? So there we are. Mrs. H.L. MacDonald. That's Donach. But there's Denecht. Yes, the loon. Fantastic. A loon's on there. No bother at all. And there's a good kind of folk in here, loon the next day. Oh, aye. And quite good. So there we are. If we get too many, it'll turn out a bit too coarse. Maybe we'll hate to move. Dinky do, Scottie, how are you? Says the wonderful J-Dog. Fantastic J-Dog. So you'll never need your Hummel Dodies the next day. And how are you? Oh, we're fantastic. Just talking a bit of the Doric, J-Dog. Do you speak the Doric? Do you speak a Doric? Do you know speak a Doric? Fair enough, eh? So that's the stuff. That's what Robbie Shepherd's known as. Is that right, Alistair? There you are, the Declan. But there we are. He's done fantastic stuff, the Robbie. I've worked with Robbie at Grampian Television on the Hogman Hayes show. Great guy. And he also does he not do the announcing for the Braemar gathering and stuff like that? So there we are. He's very, very well thought of, is Robbie Shepherd. So that's the stuff, fantastic. And of course, we had Take the Floor and we had Shepherd's Fancy. And we had Take the Floor, Shepherd's Fancy, and what was the other big one as well? Strap on the Box, was that another one? No, I don't, Scottie. I'd like to learn it, though. Oh, the Doric, it's not that easy to learn, man, but you pick it up and think, best thing like all these things is to go up and bide, and it's kind of just listen in and see if you can pick up wee bitties, that kind of thing. The Real Blend, that was another one, The Real Blend. Fantastic. And did we have what was the one I just mentioned there? Did we have that one with Shepherd's Fancy, The Real Blend? And what else did we mention there? Was there Strap on the Box, or am I imagining that? There we are. Have I made that up? I'm sure there's Strap on the Box. Scottie, I've been watching documentaries on the Loch Ness Monster. I believe it's a giant sterile eel. Haven't seen one of these for a while. DNA in the water backs this theory. Thoughts, people. So the sterile eel, does that mean it doesn't breed and it lives long? Because remember, surely the legend's been around quite a long time. Scotland, the what? The toy shop in Ballater, with a cuddly ferret. That's it. And for entry, the toy shop in Ballater. Yes. It's a recht well-spoken loon, that, eh? Yes. I was just wondering about a cuddly fat wreck. So there we are. Scotland, the what? Outstanding. There we are. Thomas McClue, I said hi. We did, Glenn. We got Johnson to say hi. So there we are, you see. I don't want to disturb her if she's lying down. No need to pop off for din-dins tonight, Scottie, and my din-dins at my gran and granddad's again tonight. J-Dog, you've done awfully well. Bless Gran and Granddad. Because you're a growing boy, so they need to feed you up, you see. I don't think you can talk about strap-ons at the BBC. Gordon Robertson, raise your game. Scottie, was it Shepherd's Fancy? No, we mentioned Shepherd's Fancy. So we had, I think I'll have to make a wee note. If Robbie's watching, he'll be laughing. So what do we got? I'll make a wee note. So we've got Take the Floor. Yes. There we are. Shepherd's Fancy. Fancy. The Real Blend. That was Gordon gave us that one, The Real Blend. And I'm sure there was Strap on the Box, but I don't know. I don't actually know. We'd have to get a bit of backup there. Fantastic. It's a wee while since I was involved in all that. All right, Biggie, all the way from San Antonio in Texas. Andrew Hush, welcome from Texas. How fantastic are you? So lovely to hear from you. Andrew Hush in Texas. I don't think... Liked and shared, Scottie, yes, please. How long you on till tonight, says Glenn. Well, as long as you guys want me to be on. Would you want me to be on for 10 minutes, an hour, 2 hours? You know, that sort of thing we decide. Guys, move the chat and click like. Or is it that one? What's your leaf? Hope there'll be a fourth bridge over the fourth in my lifetime. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. What would you want a fourth bridge for? There's not 3 yet, is there? Well, there's just 3. There's the crossing. Yes, one's not referred to the bridge, it's the crossing. So there's just 3. So what would the fourth one be all about? Would it take more trains or more cars or what have you? What about putting a ferry back on for heavy traffic? J-Dog, would you ever Skype with Scottie and say hello to everyone? Till 1, Scottie, says Glenn, because stay on till 1. 4 hours. Now, guys, I've got a plan for you all tonight, and I'm going to spill in a minute. I'll just do a bit more tea drinking. I hope you've all got a wee cuppy of tea with you. I don't want to be sitting here drinking tea and you lot but your tongue's hanging out. I tried out the Crowdfire website, so there we are. Right, excellent, J-Dog. Thank you for that. I won't go into detail, obviously, because it's a brand, but that sounds good. This old helmet says hello. Excellent stuff. Thank you, this old helmet. Is this about helmets? No, old helmet. Now, you'll need to behave, or it'll be about hermits, and you'll be disappearing. There's more than 3 bridges over the River Forth. There's the Kincardine, Clackmannan, and then Gordon. Yes, you're right. But, yes, you're absolutely right. The Kincardine Bridge, fantastic, which is beautifully balanced. I don't think it opens much now. But in fact, I'm sure it doesn't, but it used to open right up. No, it didn't. It swung. The Kincardine Bridge swings. And I remember a friend who was very friendly with the chief engineer at the time. And he said, watch this. And he took a 2-shilling piece and sat it on its edge. And then they swung the bridge open and the 2 shillings never fell over. That's how beautifully built and balanced. That's what a wonderful feat of Scottish engineering the Kincardine Bridge was. Are we talking 1934? Something like that? So there we are. So long before. So I would imagine most people would have gone Kincardine, but am I not right in thinking there's a wee brig over Kincardine as well? Like, further into the town, there's a bridge over the river there, no? Am I right? I don't know. You guys know. I was planning to Skype tonight, but not yet. Not yet, J-Dog. You take your time. There is no pressure. What's the plan, Scotty? The plan, Glenn. All you beautiful, generous people who slip me £1 and £2, and in Grady Becker's case, $5 Canadian. What I'm going to do, you choose a note you would like on the piano or the organ. And when you donate, I play your note, but you need to put it in on your donation, right? So that's the thing. You need to put that in, and I will play you your note on the piano or the organ. Deal? Deal. Right. Good stuff. Deal or no deal? Fantastic. J-Dog, good man, says Kareem. You could have just said no, says this old helmet. Right? No. There you are. I've said it now. I've still got a glass of milk on the mantelpiece that Santa didn't want. Now, Watery Leaf, be very careful. Just move your nose over it. All right. So there we are. Helmet Scrim says, so this isn't about helmets. No helmet Scrim. I can see. Dude, I already asked him. And he said no and was mean about it. Now, this old helmet and helmet scribs, let me just explain helmet scrib. Let me just explain to you a little bit about this. We don't have negatives on here. So saying he was mean about it, right? We don't do that. Kareem, Gordon Robertson, these guys will fill you in. Gordon Robertson, you've been very, very generous. You've just clicked the $sign. You've sent £1.99 and you want G sharp. But do you want it on the piano or the organ? You haven't stipulated. As soon as you do, you will get your note. So I'm giving you a note. Can I have a bridge over troubled water? Glenn, we've already got bridges over troubled water. Kareem says they are trolls. So the Helmet Brothers are trolls. So there we are. Organ, please. Right, do you want it now or later? You tell me, Gordon Robertson, now or later? Yes, Kareem, but it was short and amusing, wasn't it? Thanks for the laugh. No problem, this old helmet. Do we leave you on or do we put you in timeout? You haven't really caused a problem. No. So you want me to play you a G sharp on the organ for your generosity. Oh, I'll give you a note. So they are. Can you play My Heart Will Go On? I can play everything. Right, there you are. I can play anything. Like Tigger loved everything. And Winnie the Pooh. Gordon Robertson, are you ready? G sharp. How about that? Is that £1.99 worth? There are Gordon Robertson's note on the organ in exchange for his wonderful generosity. I thank you, Gordon, for trying it out. I'm done making merriment, says this old helmet. Well, do you want to stay on or do you want us to bin you? You decide. You can decide on your own fate. Do you play notes on the box as well? That's magnificent. Did you like that, Gordon? I would like my heart will go on. Let's hope your heart will go on, Glenn Peacock. That's pretty cool. Fantastic stuff. This old helmet, this is very, very cool. And nice to have you on. You don't have to troll now that you've been outed. So there you go. Kareem has discovered you. So there we are. Thank you very much, Gordon. Very much appreciated. I just felt a little bit mean that you were all giving me pennies and I wasn't giving you anything in return, apart from, a few hours of chit-chat. What a relief. You are the music man and you come from down our way. What can you play? What would you like? So there we are. Heart will go on. Copyright. Absolutely, J-Dog, of course. I wouldn't even think of doing it. Did you ever think about being a musician, Scottie? We thought, Robert, actually, yes. I think if I'd had a choice. See, the problem is there's so many things I'd like to do. I'd like to have gone to sea. I'd like to have been a deck officer. I'd like to have been an engineer. So that's what I'd like to have been, a musician. You see, that's what, so I've settled for acting, writing, and broadcasting, because you get to find out about all these things. Scottie, many instruments do you actually play? Not many, actually, just piano, organ, and the box. Play it for my £1 donation. I can't, Glenn, because of the copyright. So if you've given me £1, choose a key you would like or a note, and we'll give you the note. Evening all, says the wonderful Thomas Beaton. Where have you been, young man? We have missed you. We have missed your wisdom. Welcome, welcome. Tom, what's on the go tonight? All you generous people like your good self who have gone and tapped the dollar bill in the past. And I want you to know that now, in exchange for £1 or whatever you're putting in, you will get a note of your choosing on the organ or the piano. Deal? Deal. Right, there you are. Tourism now opened in England. What do you think the R rate will be in a week's time? The discussions on here regarding it. Kareem, it'll take longer than a week. The incubation period is around a fortnight. And I would say you could probably allow 3 weeks to be sure. So it's going to be about 3 weeks before you see a spike coming from a lack of care and social distancing and opening things up again. I personally, I know, we want to get the economy going, but I wouldn't go out to a pub. I'll tell you that. I've been working, Scottie. I know, Thomas Beaton, you work terribly hard getting people out of the mucky stuff. Very good for you. It's appreciated. First joke of the night. What do you call a train carrying bubble gum? I don't know, J-Dog. What do you call a train carrying bubble gum? A choo-choo train. We love it. Thank you very much. Does been on the alcohol tonight. I'm a special guest on a big podcast tomorrow. So I'm preparing for that. Are you coming on to my podcast? I'm not on tomorrow, Tom. So it would be Monday night now. I'd like to keep that note G sharp, which you played for me. Any idea how I can do that? It would be a super moment of the podcast. Yes, fantastic, the G. So in other words, do you want me to see if it can be snipped out of the broadcast? I will look into this. J-Dog will maybe be able to advise me, but I don't know if you can edit and take clips out of some of the YouTube podcasts, and maybe we could have them for all time. Glenn says, can you play a B sharp? Yes, I could play you a B sharp. A B sharp, yes. We could. It would probably be a C flat. So there we are. But I shall play it for you. So there we are. Organ or piano, Glenn, you'll have to decide. Dinky-doo, Scottie, says the wonderful Robster Merry. A big one based in Belfast. Good time. I'm delighted that you're going on to talk about your music. That would be excellent. Dinky-doo, Scottie, Robster Merry. Did you hear about the potato who had married a Jersey Royal and a King Edward, but wouldn't... Robert Scripture, stop! Give Glenn a B flat. So there we are. Yes, a B flat. A B flat is a C. Gordon Robertson, nothing gets past you. I was just teasing. So there you are. Right, we will look at that. So there we are. Are we ready? A B flat for Glenn? Do you like that? B flat? Is that about a pound's worth? There we are. How about that? Fantastic. That he was a commentator. Robert Scrimger. Fantastic. We love it. No B sharp is C. Yes, you're absolutely right, Gordon. You're absolutely right. Indeed, my life and politics. It will be a varied interview. I was just testing your musical knowledge, Gordon. I'm very, very impressed. Fantastic. I said it would be a C flat, and you got it spot on there. You're very good at your theory. I am indeed. My life and politics. It will be a varied interview. Would you do a wee bit politics as well, Tam? Excellent stuff. Cheers, Scottie. Cheers, Dinky Doo, Glenn. Did you like that one? Excellent. So there we are. So you're into the politics, Tam. Very, very good. Yes. Yes. And yes, well, I'll not ask you. That's your business. I won't go into detail on here. But that's very interesting. So there we are. Music and politics. We like it. Wouldn't be the first time. So there we are. Cheers, Scottie. Says Glenn. Glenn, as I say, it's an absolute privilege. Fantastic. Now, we haven't shared a single thing. Nobody knows we're on. So apart from us. So let's get this out there. Let's get sharing and sharing and sharing. Sharing and sharing and sharing. Fantastic. So there we go. Do you like that, Gordon? Do you think that's fair exchanges, no robberies? My mother used to say, are we something back? I thought, what can I give the people back? And just before I started, I thought, we could give them a note. A wee note to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for taking part in the super chat and sending me a quid. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. There we go. And right, we're at the sharing already. I hope everybody else is going to share, because a lot of people will be saying, no, Saturday, I'm not on a Saturday, don't be daft. And you think, yes, hello, news flash. Fantastic. There we go. Right. And I've posted it on YouTube. Kareem Zakaria, what are you thinking of? £5? My goodness me. Oh, Gordon Robertson, if you share too much, we'll get Riff Raff joining us. Yes, I know what you mean, Gordon. We don't want that. Kareem sends a message. Stay safe, everyone, please. Clean as you go. And Gordon Robertson says, you're very generous, Kareem. You are, Kareem. Very, very, very generous. Very kind of you. Top man. Big round of applause. Silent applause. Everybody. The clap for Kareem. Kareem, now you maybe missed this, but you get to choose a note on the piano or organ in exchange for your generosity and kindness. So there you are. So you have to decide what you would like. Very, very kind of you guys. Kareem has just contributed £5. And that's just the tip of the iceberg with this man. He sends £1 every night, if not 3. Sorry, typo error. What have we got here? Glenn Peacock. Yes, absolutely, Glenn. Don't be going into the football. You know we don't do it. Stop. Sorry, typo error, Thomas. Correct, Glenn. Testing your knowledge. Right, Thomas, that's enough. Right, Thomas, stop. No football. Just ignore that question. There we are. Excellent stuff. Because then you start the argy-bargy. It's just a lot of nonsense. People, the first thing somebody does when you make a comment about football is disagree with you. Oh, away. It's running about like a headless chicken. Ha! I heard yesterday Kareem's a teacher. I was my PE teacher. I was my PE teacher's worst nightmare. Gordon Robertson. Kareem will love this one. My PE teacher was a fabulous guy, a real character. And he used to say things like, we did cross-country running. And he would go like this, McDonald, that's 13 minutes, 42 seconds. Very, very good. And then he would go, oh, here's himself coming. This was me. He would go, I'll away and get my calendar. J-Dog, go for it. Give him a wee buzz. Behave, Scotty, or I'll put your time out. So there we are. I know, Tam, but we don't want to start that. Finlay Morris, we can't go there with that stuff. You should do better. So there we go. What's Finlay Morris like? Guys, you're trying to turn my podcast into a nightmare with all this stuff. We need to raise our game. Keep your game high. Aim high, I say. Pea and ham, no chicken. Now that's clever. Who did the advert, Watery Leaf? Yes. Finlay, can you say that on here? No, he can't, so it's gone. Did you play Pirates, Scotty? I played doctors and nurses, and I got to drive the ambulance. Can I Skype you now, please, Scotty? Oh, for goodness sake, J-Dog, 2 seconds. If you're going to Skype, there's not a thing done here. Not a dish washed. Right, we'll have to get into Skype. Yes, you could try it now, I think. It should work. There you are. Try it now and see how you get on, J-Dog. Cross country, good at my place with a lovely big park forest, beautiful in the winter. And along just send them, Karine. I think these were the kind of timings, 13 minutes and that. But there was probably about, maybe a couple of 2.5 miles or something run in that kind of time. Roger Bannister, wasn't it? The 4-minute mile. What's the record now? We must be down to about 3 minutes. Fantastic. Oh! Hello.
Hello, Scotty.
J-Dog, how fantastic to hear you, Dinky Doo.
Thank you to Scotty.
Now, can I start off by saying a very big thank you to you for all your advice and for all your support?
No problem.
Fantastic.
No problem, Scotty.
And you've got your own stream running.
Yeah, I do.
What an amazing guy, my goodness me. Right, and what's to do? What's happening? So you're well tucked in tonight. You've had a good tuck in at Granny Dandas.
Yeah,
so you're not dashing off.
No.
8 o'clock is very, very civilized.
Yeah, it is.
Fantastic. Now, what are you hoping to do? Are you hoping to do stuff with technology?
No, I'm going into something like with business, with my job.
Right. You'll be fantastic at that. Because I'll tell you what you've got, J-Dog, and it comes across. You've got the right attitude.
Yeah, thank you.
You can't beat that. You know, you're a great advert for the young generation.
Thank you.
Fantastic. And everybody just thinks you're amazing on here. So there you are. Lots and lots of that. And thank you for looking into all these things for me.
No problem, yeah. Well, stuff that I'd like to use as well, so it's just benefiting me as well.
Yeah, but you think, J-Dog, an old guy like me starting off, I mean, I don't know anything about all that stuff, so I've had to learn it. Had to learn it. So yeah. I'm a lifelong learner. Guys, everybody say hello to J-Dog. We've got him on the Skype. He is a top man.
Hello, everyone.
Fantastic.
Hope you're all well.
Yes, indeed. And what about your own stream? I mean, do you want to talk about that, or would you rather not?
Talk about it is quite similar to yours. It's like I run like my chat. I talk to my YouTuber and stuff, and then I kind of just do some gaming in the background, and yeah, everyone enjoys it.
And you're playing a standard game that's easy for people to join in.
Yeah, everyone can join in on it and add me if they wanted to.
Fantastic, yeah, it's wonderful. I've never been into the gaming side of things, but it's busy, isn't it? It's big business.
Yeah, it's busy. Yeah, big business. Yeah, giant.
You're talking thousands and thousands of people on it, aren't you, and things like that.
Yeah.
Because I notice if you come across like a gaming group, it'll be millions. come across a gaming group, there's always like maybe 20 or 30,000 in the group, you know?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
It's fantastic. I mean, I'm small beer, but I think this will go big, J-Dog.
Yeah, I agree. I think it will.
It's just a great
original. Yeah, it is original.
It is original, and I asked a guy who was just a tiny bit older than yourself, actually. I said, why was it working so well, you know, with the other stuff on the internet? And he went, well, there aren't many middle-aged Scotsmen doing it, you know?
Yeah.
From that point of view. And I think it's also quite good talking to camera. That's quite a good technique, because not
it's just yourself.
Yeah. And the thing that we've noticed recently with people on different social media, I'll not mention, but we all know what they are. That groups get together and what have you for meetings. And you see some people who are pretty senior people really not looking terribly impressive because they're looking at the wrong place, or the bulk of their shot is their ceiling, you know?
Yeah.
You know, you can see, you might be talking to a managing director, and all you can see is his eyes.
Yeah.
You know? And they're looking away, they're looking at the wrong place. When they're talking to people, they look away. You know, things like that, because they're just not used to it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a good technique. So you're getting into it in plenty of time.
Yeah. I was also thinking, like, it's been a long time since our last chat, like 3 or 4 months.
Far too long. Don't you leave it so long next time. You know, and we'll keep in touch on the old show, because, as I say, everybody thoroughly appreciates you coming on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And during the lockdown, I don't know what's going to happen when the lockdown finishes, if it does finish. But you know, we might keep it going in some shape or form, because I'm getting really, really good feedback.
Yeah.
And you'll get the same, you know, people will thoroughly enjoy you offering your knowledge and your advice to them as well.
Yeah.
You know, fantastic, because there's a big market for that.
Yeah, there is.
You know, and I mean, stuff that you'll see is fairly simple. They'll just think this is impossible.
Yeah.
You know, that's an idea. You know, it's interesting when you offer people the chance to Skype people. Oh, no, I wouldn't be able to do that. And you think, why not?
Yeah, it boosts your confidence as well.
It does.
Because I wasn't such big in confidence, and then I started like doing the YouTube sort of stuff, and it builds your confidence massively.
Yes, it does. And I think all of us need to build our confidence, to be quite honest with you, you know. But I mean, you know, we're all kind of the same. And a lot of it is to do with being told negatives, even from the best of people. People saying, nah, I don't think you'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
You know? You think, well,
negatives,
thanks for that. That's been a great help, you know.
Yeah.
You know, or you're going to do something and you've worked it all out yourself, and somebody goes, nah, that'd be a stupid thing to do.
Yeah, no. You know, just like drops you completely.
Yeah, it drops you all. The one that amuses me most, J-Dog, is when they go, well, I wouldn't do that. And I've now started saying, no, I know you wouldn't do that, but I would.
Yeah, I would,
So all that sort of stuff. So it's great. Anyway, I better let you go. That is fantastic. Okay. Now listen, every strength to you, and good luck with everything with the streaming.
Thank you.
Top man, appreciated.
And good luck to you.
All the best. I'll see you, bud.
Thank you.
Thanks, J-Dog.
Bye.
Bye now. Top man. What a top fella. Is that not lovely, guys? Is he not just an amazing advert for the younger generation? Good news is, in Scotland, the barber's allowed to open from July the 24th. Oh, busy tonight. Hello? Who's calling the golden shot? Are you too young to remember the golden shot? Hello? Oh, he's reconnecting.
Hello? You Scottie?
Yeah, we could. You went off and you were reconnecting with a wee circle there.
Oh, well, it's Scottie. Sorry about that, mate.
Not at all. Are you too young to remember the golden shot?
I am Scottie, yeah.
The golden shot was a programme. It was on a Sunday afternoon.
I think I've heard it. Vaguely.
Yeah, it was brilliant, actually. And Bob Monkhouse, the comedian, he was the presenter. Tremendous.
I remember when it Celebrity Squares and
Celebrity Squares, and do you remember Blankety Blank? Oh, this is a bad signal here, Glenn. Think we've lost Glenn? Yeah, I think we've lost him. Bad signal there. Not to worry. So there you are. Thomas Peden. Glenn's voice will put you to sleep.
yeah.
Glenn,
So it's got
Thomas
thing-
Peden's
another
quite
thing-
cheeky. He says here Glenn's voice would put you to sleep.
Scotty.
Maybe it's a compliment. Because do you know what I mean? Oh, you have a lovely
Is he the
voice.
one that's mentioned the
He's
football
the,
thing?
he's the one that keeps going on mentioning the football. Thomas, yeah.
I'm not back to that, Scotty.
No, don't rise to it. You get pulled into all that, you see. Just ignore
I
it.
know what he's referring to anyway. He's referring to the rivalry between the two.
The opposition. Is
Yeah, because they're doing well and we're not doing so good.
he trying to stir it up, do you think?
I think so, Scotty, yeah.
I think maybe he means it as a compliment when he says Glenn's voice would put you to sleep, because that's a luxury. Do you know what I mean?
Soothing.
Yes, very soothing, very nice to listen to. Very, very melodic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, talking about sport though, Scotty, I don't see why rivalry between, two football clubs.
It should be friendly rivalry. I think it will go back to the days when one used to beat the other one and then they would hold it up to them. So, they're shouting, hello.
Yeah. In association football though, Scotty, when games finished,
Yeah.
they shake hands and do whatever, don't they?
Well, they should do, yeah, they should do. And the Scousers, they stand together. Liverpool and Everton, they can stand side by side in the stand.
Scotty, but the fans, as you well know yourself, they don't like each other, do they?
No, I think probably a lot of football fans are either old guys that used to be tough nuts, right? They work in the steelworks and the mines, or young guys that think they're hitting a bit. And if you watch football fans when a fight breaks out, it's handbags at dawn. They start sort of aiming sort of kicks, but not hitting each other and all that stuff,
I did see an old firm game a few years back. I think it was 90s or 2000s. I think the referee got
Rangers
attacked.
at Celtic.
He got attacked by a coin. Is it Hugh Dallas?
Right, yeah, that's right, the referee.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they chucked coins. Yeah. Well, we're not going to specific cases.
I'm not going to.
That's bad news.
Obviously, but
that's bad news. Do you know what I mean?
You've got to draw the line, though, aren't you, where violence is concerned on the pitch.
There shouldn't be any violence ever about anything. Politics, football. There shouldn't be any violence ever. Campaigns, protests.
People just like to steal the centre stage, don't they, and get the limelight.
That's what it is. You see, there shouldn't be any violence at a peaceful protest. That's somebody turning up and trying to cause trouble.
There's no such thing as a peaceful protest, Scotty.
Well, there should be. I mean, Gandhi managed it. Glenn brown nosing, says Thomas. So he's having a go, isn't he? Yeah.
He's a joke, Scotty.
He's a joke.
Have a laugh.
He's maybe a wee bit jealous of you. He maybe wishes he had a South Yorkshire accent.
Has he been on? Has he rang you before, Scotty?
No, I haven't heard from him at all.
I'd like him to come on and have a chat with you.
We don't know if he actually exists or not. It might be a product of artificial intelligence.
There's been one or two recently coming on with different names. One comes on one day, then next day he comes on as somebody else.
I don't actually mind that, because I like the laugh. If you were phoning the public service broadcasters, they go, sorry, can I take your name, please, and your number, and what was your point? If we've got time, we'll phone you back.
The one who phoned you, came on to you over there says to you, can I have your mobile number?
Yeah, can I get your number, Scotty?
What's his game?
Of course, I'm going to give my number out on YouTube, aren't I?
Oh, yeah, of course. So when you come forward, you don't know what's going on these days.
You know, that's the stuff.
Well, you're a wise man anyway, so of course you know all that.
Yeah, we get a bit of an idea. You know what I mean? I've lived a bit.
Yeah. As you follow the chat, you can suss the people out, can't you?
Of course you can. You can see I've got a bird's eye view here. Do you know what I mean?
You can do a bit of Inspector Clouseau kind of thing, can't you?
Inspector Clouseau. And what was his little assistant? The Japanese guy that used to jump out at him, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And I remember he used to say, oh, you got me, you got me. I say that to myself now when I've lost my car keys. I go, right, well, wait a minute. And I turn the whole house upside down. You see, and I think, oh, that was a good one, that. Yes, you got me, you got me. I've got myself.
Staring each straight in front of your eyes, because you just
Well, there, yeah, you keep looking at something, and there's nothing there, and then you look at it again, and they're there.
Is it Cato, Scotty?
Cataracts.
Cato. Clouseau and Cato, I think it says.
Oh, right. Cato, I thought you said, is it cataracts? Yeah. When I couldn't find my keys.
Well, as time goes on, though, Scotty, I think we all tend to go a bit complacent, don't we?
Yeah, you get a bit of that, don't you? You know, and
you're pushing it. You can't go 150 miles an hour every day, can you?
No, you can't. You can't fire on all cylinders all the time.
I wish you could.
You know, you can't fire on all cylinders all the time, Glenn. It's fantastic.
You try your best.
You've got to do your best, haven't you? You have it to do, as we say in Yorkshire.
And sometimes that's not good enough, is it?
No, that's it. His best. He says he's doing his best. As well, his best's not good enough.
It's like you were saying earlier. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I wouldn't do that.
You know that comment you said?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it if I...
Have you ever had that when people give it? No,
I've had it plenty of time. I would if I were you. Well, you're not me, are you?
You say, but you're not me. You see, that's it. So I've got to do it.
That's why you're doing it.
You know, that's stuff. That's why they like you, because they wish they were you. Maybe Tom wishes he was you.
Possibly, yeah.
There's a thought now, isn't it? That's an interesting one. So
it'll all come together sooner or later, won't it?
It'll all come together. We'll get there, wherever there is.
It'll all get there in Wish.
Yeah, well, it'll all come out in Wish.
It'll all come out in... Where do all these sayings come from?
I don't know. It's just a lot of nonsense, you know. It all comes out in Wish.
I'm wider than they.
What about this one? What's world coming to? Eh?
God!
I'm just asking there. I'm asking there. What's world coming to? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or the other one. Did you hear who died? What? No.
Oh.
You tell somebody's dead, you know. You go, Jimmy McWackle died on Friday. And people go,
he never did that.
You're joking me. Why would you joke? You're joking. You're joking me.
You're kidding me. You're kidding me
on. You're working me front back.
These people.
You know, it's just very, very strange, isn't it?
Have you heard about the trying to reformat Big Brother, Scott?
No, I haven't heard about that. They got a new social distancing. Yeah. Right. I might try and get on that again.
Go under a secret identity.
Yeah, this is it. You know, the problem is when you have a look at me, you think he's not glamorous enough. But they don't realise I could, start a fight in an empty house,
Yeah, but there were one or two people who went on Big Brother. No disrespect to them. They were out there in all painting, were they?
Well, this is it. There's no names, no pack drill, I'll tell you.
You've watched your series as a Big Brother, haven't you, Scotty, over years?
Yeah, I've seen Big Brother. Yeah, absolutely.
And some people that have started on there have brought tears into your eyes, kind of thing, what happened after. You know what I'm talking about, yeah.
Of course, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Sad story.
You were godsend, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, and also, they get used a bit. The television companies are getting a bit anxious now about, being accused of using people, all that sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
all that.
When they bring all these documentaries on saying how they ended up and all this, that,
Oh, yeah.
best thing you can do for them is leave them to rest and instead of making the name look all there and that.
Absolutely. Glenn, you are a top man. You're a nice man.
Thanks,
I'm going to have to die, but thank you for everything.
Do some investigating into Thomas if you can, innit?
Right, find out what he's up to if he exists.
Right. See if we can open up a little bit. Try to get him to call you up or something.
Right, Glenn. I'll put it to him.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Lala. You take care.
Okay,
thanks very much.
Man.
Take it easy, Lala. Bless you. Right, that's our Glenn. There we are now. Did you like that? 5-star. I've rated the call 5-star. Right, what have we got? Nice to hear you on the Skype, J-Dog. It's the wonderful Catherine Riven. I remember you from Nation, Kareem. Thank you, Kareem. Much appreciated, says J-Dog. What Relief says referees make a fortune with coin throwing. Stop it. Stop it. Thank you, Catherine. Much appreciated. Kato, says Alistair Campbell. That was it. Kato. Fantastic. I remember Friends and Kato was the cat. They had a cat called Kato. I think that's brilliant. I should maybe have put that to Fast Pat. So there we are. Thomas Speedon, stop that. You can't say that. You're winding him up tonight. Now, Thomas, we need to know if you exist. J-Dog, well done, mate, says Robster Mary. Absolutely, J-Dog's call was outstanding. Super voice as well. Being a great broadcaster. He's going into business. He'll do very well, that man. I'm telling you right now. Catherine Raven, what on earth are you doing? £3 from Catherine. Share, folks. Catherine, had you joined us when I told you about my reward scheme for the award scheme? The reward scheme for the award scheme is if you send Scottie McClue money, £1, £3 is very, very generous. And Kareem went right over the top. If you send me money, you get to choose a note on the piano or the organ. So you have to tell me what note you would like, and I will play it for you. I'll give you £3 worth. Very generous, Catherine, says Robster Mary. Yes, it's very generous, Robster. It's lovely. Thank you. Guys, thank you to everybody who has tapped the dollar bill tonight. Remember, you don't have to do that, though. You can decide, and those of you who haven't tapped the dollar bill, never a problem because it's absolutely free at the point of consumption and delivery. Scottie McClue accepts applause or derision on his minutes. All the best in your streaming, J-Dog, says the wonderful Magnus. Chips and Bits, says Tam. Thomas, Glenn's asking you, what's your problem? Did you do, Scotty? Dara John here, good to see you. It's good to see F1 back on TV. Formula One today, I saw that. Great call, Scotty. Excellent call, Glenn. Very, very good call. If you send me money, I'll let you take my dog out. What relief, absolutely, how much you wanting? Thomas, are you okay, says Glenn. So there's Glenn showing an olive branch tam. What about that? Can I have an E, Scotty? E. Are you from Yorkshire as well, Catherine? E, that'd be lovely. Right, an E. But do you want it on the organ or the piano? You've got to decide, organ or piano? E. So there we are. Glenn, Thomas, Glenn's asking for you. Fantastic. He's looking after you here. Sorry about losing connection. No, it's fine, Glenn. We just wondered what happened to you. We just watched that wee circle going round and round. You know, we wondered where you were. We said, where is he? Where is thou? What had thou done? What hadst thou done? I forgot about the note. No, you need to get the note, Catherine. I wasn't sure if you were with me when we discussed it. That was a great call from Glenn. Do you want your note on the piano or the organ, Catherine? You need to say, I'm, says Thomas, I'm. Yes, you are, Thomas, top man. Yes, you are. Good, Glenn, says Thomas Midden. Excellent. Thanks, Catherine. Organ, please, Scotty. So you want an E. E, by gum. You want an E, Catherine? has just very kindly donated £3 to the live stream, guys. Now, she's hit the dollar bill, and tonight we've introduced a new system, a note for a note. See what I just did there? That just came to me. A note for a note. Yeah, pound for pound. And she would like an E on the pipe organ. Fantastic. Are we ready? Have we got it? Okay. Tenors. Basses. Oh, is that £3 worth? How was that, Catherine? There's your E on the organ. Thank you. Catherine, you should Skype Scottie. I might as well, says Robster. Absolutely, Catherine. Have you got the Skype there? I see you've got your Who's Who annuals in your bookcase, Scottie, in the background. Do they still publish them? I remember them from years back. I don't know, Robert. I haven't had one for a while. I did send them an entry, I think, a few years back, and they said, we'll add it to your file. Rob, sir, Catherine, go for it. I think now a lot of people just check online. You look up something like Wikipedia and what have you, and people are there. Scottie, have you been in Africa? Although these wonderful things were beautifully researched, terrific detail, and I use them for cross-referencing. I mean, that's just a tiny sample of them. The other one was Kelly's Dictionary of Titled, Landed, and Official Classes. And you could get everybody in there. Scottie, have you seen in Africa, hundreds of elephants are dying mysteriously at a resort? It's happening to all ages. Such a shame. Kareem, I am heartbroken. I adore the fants. I just love these creatures. They are gorgeous. And do you know... Jimmy Tick 74, are you still on the radio, Scottie? Not at the moment. I've been off the radio for about, how long is it, folks? 3 months, 12 weeks, 14 weeks, I think. I've been since I was on Nation Radio. Fantastic station, but they wanted to do love songs at night. So I hope that's going well for them. I keep forgetting to download Skype. I'll get it one night. Robster, yes, that's £3 worth, says Catherine. Did you like your E? So what we're talking about, oh yes, Kareem, the elephants. Huge favourites of mine. Now, an elephant was dying, I think this was in the 1930s, at London Zoo. I added you to Skype. Did you get my request? I sent you a hello yesterday, Count Murky Lago. We'll see, you can maybe Skype me in a minute. And an elephant was dying at London Zoo, Kareem. And it was all over the front of the papers, the Times and everything. And Rudyard Kipling visited the zoo. And he went over and he lay down beside the elephant and picked up a bit of his ear. And he just lay beside him. And the elephant started to react positively to him. And a few days later was back up on its feet. And somebody said to him, the keepers and everybody said to Rudyard Kipling, what did you do with him or to him? He said, I spoke to him in Hindustani. He was an ex-working elephant. And he was depressed because he hadn't heard his own language. I spoke to him in Hindustani. They are geniuses, elephants. Do you know that poachers once killed a baby elephant, a little calf, and the tribe or the herd that night sought out the poacher's village, and trampled the whole village to smithereens, the whole village where the poachers lived. A herd of elephants trampled the village. Incredible, because they'd killed a wee one. I keep forgetting to download Skype. Oh, yes, indeed. I added you to Skype. Yes, yes. Count Martilago, I have you on as that. So there you are. Excellent. Hope to hear your thoughts on Dinky Doo. Yes, I've got that for the 3rd of July. That'll be you. Elephants never forget, that's why. Well, somebody once asked me, why do elephants drink? I said, I don't know. They said, to forget. Scottie, I've linked a video for you to see on Facebook. You're a top man, Kareem. I thank you. Do you get all my Facebooks through, Kareem? I see you very kindly like and share a lot of stuff. I'm just wondering if you get to see everything. Do you get when I say that we're live on here in about 10 minutes' time? Andrew Downey, wonderful man, just tucking into a haggis supper, Scottie. Still 2 at a time in the chippy. Good man, Andrew. Is the supper nice, though? Are the chips just amazing? Do tell. So there we are. When Nellie the elephant packed her trunk and headed off for the circus, says Glenn, she did. Off she went with her trumpety trump. Nellie the elephant. They make trunk calls as well, says Count Marcilago. Count Marcilago, how are you old enough to remember a trunk call? Is there anybody watching? Guys, what's happened to the likes? Can we please move the super chat and give me a like? And remember, if anybody gives me money and pennies on the super chat, whether it's £1 or £2 or £3, they will get their choice of note on the piano or the organ. Put it in your little note. Fantastic. Somebody's sending me friend requests here from another site. A trunk call. I once phoned my mother from Tobermory on the island of Mull. And you went in and there was no dial on the telephone in the phone box. No dial. No machinery, no place for money. Place for money, but no machinery, nothing, no dial on the phone. The receiver's sitting there. And you picked the phone up, and a voice said, exchange number, please. Operator, that was it. Operator number, please. And you said, could I have trunks, please? Certainly, one moment. It's ringing for you. Trunks, can I help you? Yes, I wonder if you could put me through to Glasgow, please. And it's Glasgow 1, 2, 3. So that will be 041. In those days it was 041. 041. And then it would just be a number less, I think, in your number as well. So could you put me through to 1, 2, 3? Oh, no. It would be letters. Could you put me through to Springburn, SPR 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Springburn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just a moment now. It's ringing for you. Hello? Hello, this is the operator here. Would you accept a call, please? Thank you. Thank you. Caller, could you put 1 and 3 in the box, please? Yes. Ka-ching, ding. That's a shilling. Ding 1, ding 2, ding 3. 1 and 3 in. Thank you. Go ahead, please. Hello, Maggie. How are you getting on? Hi. Oh, yes, the wee fella's here. Would you like a word? Trunks, all that sort of stuff. And then the pips, beep, 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 beep. And I don't think there were pips for trunks in those days. I think somebody, the operator came back and said, that's your time. Could you finish up now, please? Thank you. He said, well, I'd better go. All the best, darling. Yes, love you too. Thanks, Maggie. Bye-bye now. So there again, STD, standard trunk dialing. Was that not straight through dialing, Magnus? The STD code. I'm ex-GPO. Right. Did I get it right, Magnus? If I pay again, can you play a bum note? I've never received a bum note, Gordon Robertson. I wouldn't know where to start. You've already paid, so you don't need to pay again. We'll let you off with it. We'll give you a deal, Gordon. Second joke for the stream, says the wonderful J-Dog Gaming. Why can't male ants sink? And the answer is they're buoyant. They're buoyant. J-Dog! Fantastic. You used to have an area dialing LAN for Langside. Yes, well, LAN now is your connection for the internet. DOU was city centre, was it? The exchange was on Douglas Street. Wow. I can remember Springburn, SPR. I was visiting my grandmother, who sadly was in Stob Hill Hospital. And I went to the phone, or I saw a phone, and it was a SPR, capital letters for Springburn. Why was the elephant so upset having the pint in the pub? Says Count Martilago. Because he recognised the ivory and the piano. I remember the pips, says Count Martilago. What did you have nice for your tea, Scottie? Glenn, I had cream of chicken soup with croutons. Anybody know what they are? So there we are. Can we play Take Your Pick, Scottie? Yes or no? Ah, you're out. Hey. Oh, no, I'm out. No, I didn't say yes or no. Oh, I have said both now. There we are. Thank you, Michael. There we are. Good evening and welcome to Take Your Pick. Here to describe the prizes for us, Bob Danvers Walker. Thank you, Michael. Tonight, our prizes. A wonderful silver tankard. And then they always had, and the booby prize tonight is a pencil, because you have to draw the line somewhere. Some brass tacks for getting down to. Wonderful. Open the box, take the money. There we are. So you could have won £100, but you've chosen to open the box. You have won in the box some brass tacks for getting down to. What a shame. But not to worry, you take away our good wishes. I had cream of corn soup, tin of chicken soup, can corn blend, heat and eat. Catherine Raven, you're very imaginative. We love it. Bullseye, the only program that showed you what you could have won. Now, was Bullseye not fairly swish stuff? They had the glam assistants and things like a car. Was that Bullseye? Did they have a car in it? What was the one where you could get a car? Was that the Generation game? Scottie, did you know that Bombay duck, an Indian delicacy, is actually a fish dish? I did know that, Robert Scrimger, but please don't think I'm trying to be a smarty pants. I did know that because I thought about, I wondered if I might have the duck, but I'm not too keen. And somebody said, what, Bombay duck's no duck? All right. Well, I'll just have a wee drink of this here. That's the finger bowl you've just drunk with sea soy. I thought it was The Price is Right. So The Price is Right. Now, J-Dog Gaming, The Price is Right. Is that the recent one? Or was that the one you seem to be very experienced with older television? Which was the one that Leslie Crowther did? The late, great Leslie Crowther, very nice man. So there you are. There we go. Was that not The Price is Right? What was the one that they shouted, come on down? That was The Price is Right, is it not? I'm ready to go out to the big Annisland supermarket because I thought you were going off at 9. Oh, for goodness sake, Gordon. Hadn't realised we're well over the hour. Guys, shall we pack it in or do you want me to stay on a few minutes? There we are. We need to get, pardon me. Sorry, excuse me tonight. We're a bit windy after that chicken soup. Might be the croutons, whatever they are. Oh, that's lush. Guys, Gordon's going out to the shops. Does anybody want anything? Hang on a minute, Gordon, while we just pile in. Will they not be shut? It's 9 o'clock. Stay on, please stay on, says Gordon. Gordon, you're going to put me on in the car to see what it sounds like. Gordon, you didn't report back. Does it sound like the radio? Come on down. Was The Price is Right? That's it, J-Dog Gaming. So they used to shout, Mr. and Mrs. MacDonald, Come on down. So it's come on down, the price is right. Bullseye, you got a car or a boat or the knife, fork and spoon, says the wonderful Derek Grant. Anyone remember 321? That's where you get Dusty Bin if you're lost. 321. Oh, with, was it Ted? Ted Rogers that did 321. And there was Dusty Bin, yes. There we are. You're right. You're right. Well, the price is right, says Derek. Yep. Scotty, I got all mixed up last time. I've got 2 mouldy fish suppers that have been sitting here unclaimed. Now, you've probably got a sausage supper in your jacket. Since the last time I did the messages for folk. Oh, the bus fare home, Bullseye. You got the bus fare home. Gordon, can I have a fish supper and a pickle, please? There was a lovely comedy sketch on television in Scotland, and it was, he was down the dole. I wonder if it was something like one of the Ramsey Nisbets, but he was down the dole, and he had a fight with the dole people. He went, I don't need your gyro, I'll tell you that. And then he went out the door and he came back and said, you couldn't see us all right for the bus up the road, could you? There you go. No bother, Catherine. Gordon Robertson, dinky do. Guys, no wonder. Have you ever seen the massive tome you have to fill in to sign on? Whoa! There we are. What length are your fingernails? What length are your toenails? Anyone for pizza? Says Gordon Robertson. I'll tell you what we might do, Gordon, but maybe just do pizzas all round, and then it saves you getting in a faff, because I don't think it's fair on you that your Saturday night shop should make you anxious because everybody wants different things. So there, it's either pizza or nothing, Gordon. That's what they're getting. You take care, lad. Right. Gordon, I'm going for a shower, but I'll pass for tonight, says Kareem. Kareem, fantastic. Kareem, as a PE man, do you shower several times a day? Remember the fork handles gag. Can you do it, please? Oh, Glenn, I couldn't do that one, but it's a beauty. I mean, it is super fork handles. Fork handles for forks. Fork handles. Yeah, I wonder, all these two Ronnie's things. Genius. Pizza all round would be easier. I think so, Gordon, yes. I've asked them if they want it cut into 4 or 6, but they've said 4 because they can't eat 6. So there we are. I phoned the pizza shop. He said, Pizza Mark speaking. What can I do for you? How can I help? I said, have a guess, Mark. You're not going to say, would you have a starting handle for a 1959 Morris Minor when it goes, pizzas, can I help you? A meat feast, yes. I wouldn't mind a meat feast, I have to say. Once or twice, but always cheaper when you do it at the gym. It saves you money. Absolutely, Kareem. Although you can get houses. In Manchester, I had a power shower. There we are. We had gas central heating with a power shower. Night feeders, says Alistair Campbell. Yes, have you noticed? I was coming back from Top 107 one night in Edinburgh. They made me drive 114 miles every night. And they did that because they said, no, you can't do it from home. And I could have done it from home perfectly. Anyway, that was that. So anyway, I drove back and forth. Most of my salary went on fuel. And I can remember one night the motorway was shut and they put us off at Charing Cross. And I passed the bottom of Sucky Hall Street. And this was 3 o'clock in the morning and it was heaving. Everything was lit and the place was mobbed. Pizzas. And so we've maybe changed. Maybe we're getting obese because we're eating during the night. Glenn says, when you back on, Scotty? I think we'll probably have tomorrow off, Glenn, if that's okay with everyone. The Sabbath. We'll have Sunday off and then we'll be back to Aldclays and Parich on Monday. I may have to give up the mornings at some point if I have to return to my day job in a hurry. But we'll keep the evenings going, guys. Anyone get any promotion codes I can use? Yeah, £1 off this and 50p off your sausages. That's right, £10 off a car. You might get some quite good fuel deals, Gordon. So there you are. That's worth a thought, to be quite honest, because they'll do fuel as well. My shower's electric. Now, Kareem, I've also had a shower where it had a big pull string on it. So it was only on when you pulled this thing on, you put the shower on, and you got instant hot water. Is that right? And then you could pull it off again, and that was it. And you weren't paying any more money. You weren't keeping the tank hot. Because, I mean, the prices for domestic bills now, I think they're shocking. A battered sausage or plain sausage? What do you prefer, Scottie? I think I'll go for a battered, Glenn, actually, to be quite honest. Very nice. Or a smoked sausage. Prefer. So what would you prefer? Good. Yes, well done with the old, the text there. Fantastic. Guys, we need to do more sharing. Can everybody share? There's not a thing done tonight. It's shocking, pardon me. There we are. Right. Let's get a bit of sharing done. This is terrible. What is going on here? My goodness. Sorry if there was a bit of a hum in the background. I don't mean I've got my shoes off. There was a sort of electrical hum coming from the speakers from when we were Skyping. Right, can everybody share, please? Fish cake ristle pie, says Glenn. Very nice. I remember I was in, what's the place in Wales? Just in North Wales there, where they did the investiture of the Prince of Wales. Carnarvon. And I remember going into the trip in Carnarvon, and the guy said, would you like a gravy with that? It's the same price. I said, oh, that would be lovely, thank you. Fantastic. Very nice, very polite people. They didn't like that I didn't speak Welsh, and the guy's face fairly went, oh, English, eh? And what he was asking me, I didn't know, but he came in, he's going, I said, sorry? I said, I'm sorry, I don't understand it. Oh, English? I said, no, Scottish. Oh, Scottish, good, yes. So that was it. So what about that? That was in Wales. There you are. You see, the Scotsmen can go places where other people can't. They have a very, very good reputation, do the Scots. So there we go, worldwide. It's wonderful. Remember, if you're tapping the dollar bill tonight and sending me a quid, you get to choose a note on the organ or the piano. Fantastic. You're going to have any note you like. There we are. Fantastic stuff. There we are. So Gordon's off to... I must stop saying there we are, mustn't I? Yes, because I pull up journalists for starting everything with well. Have you noticed that? They say, so, in the studio with us is John McWackle, who's our expert. John, well, just get straight in there. Love the fish bits. They call them scraps. Now, I thought scraps, is it scratchings? Other wee bits, you get scraps, yes. We used to get broken biscuits. Scottie, we're getting a wee clip tonight. We can, Catherine Raven, last night's clip. Everyone's going bananas about. And you chose it. How fantastic's that? Right, says Gordon Robertson. I'm putting in my fancy, posh, ultra-expensive cordless Bluetooth earbuds to listen in the car. Gordon, you are very, very kind. We do appreciate you. It might not always seem like it, but we do appreciate you. So a wee clip. What would we like for a clip? Well, it's time for a clip. We've been on for an hour and 15 minutes just about. An hour and 14 minutes coming up. There we are. Right, let's get you a wee clip. I was just going to see what's what. We'll get you a wee clip. What would you like? And more tea. So kind of you, everybody. I thank you. A wee clip for Catherine and the troops. Right. So there we are. What have we got here? There's so much to choose from, guys. It's quite difficult. Well, we find out whether we have another bit of radio, and we'll see who comes on. We'll see who comes on after the wonderful, wonderful Linda. Would you like that? Would that be quite nice? Would you like a wee bit of that? Right, let's see what we've got here. We'll get this ready for you. Whoa! A bit of a hum. I'll put my shoes back on. Right, now, we'll see what's going on here. Get you a wee bit of volume. Right. Okay. So, we're into there. We heard Linda. Right. Ding, ding, ding. All aboard.
Listen, Scottie, the Dark Eye was one of my favourites. And brother, he used to glass eye,
that was gorgeous. That was just lovely.
Can I say something, Scottie?
You certainly can, Mr. Johnson.
I'm reading a Carnaby book tonight. Clint Eastwood, Charles Bronson, Gil Faber, Mr. Wishbone, and the Miranda Firefly, Scottie. They'd been in a toast, and all Wishbone stood up and he said, you know, boys, the motto is, I'm passing on. Oh, they were all flabbergasted, Scottie, and he came away and he said, you know, the cowboy died, he should see by Scottie, I was taken back by that, you know. Listen, Sunday night you're on now?
Sunday night we're on because they want their music. The music's very, very popular and the chat's very, very popular. But they've gone for the music on a Friday and Saturday.
This is a letdown. One night a week, Scottie. This is
one night a week. Well, go for now. If we prove ourselves, you'll never know what can happen. You know what I mean?
Well, Scottie, I'm afraid I'll need to put the banners up because this is not going too well with me and many others.
I know, absolutely.
It's been a...
But the audience, we've got a massive audience on a Sunday night, and the big boss was saying, I want to build up the Sunday.
Well, can I say something, Scottie? It's been a lonely heart club for 3 weeks. I was depressed. We were all fed up.
Well, I was missing you all.
Already they crash a big house and get out, Scottie.
The alphabet soup. You're going to leave us a message. Hey, thank you, dear Lala. I will catch up soon. Lovely to hear you, Mr. Jax. Bye-bye, Lala. Right to the telephones, folks, as quickly as possible. 0141 811 0475. 0141 811 0475. We'll start at the door and step it through. On you come. Big Huey.
Good evening, Scottie.
Good evening, Big Huey. How are you?
Not too bad, Scottie. Scottie, I'm a bit disappointed when I heard the news the day from America when 20 people were killed in El Paso.
Yes.
Then I heard about 10 hours later that another 10 were killed somewhere else in America.
Yes.
What's going on in America?
I know, shocking. I don't know. Something's not right. That's just it's just no way to have things happening, you know.
Yeah, I mean, sorry. I mean, is Mr. Trump got the right idea, or do you think we need to get him out of office and get someone else in office, or what's your opinion?
Well, there's a great following for Mr. Trump, but in my lifetime, I've never seen a president behave the way Mr. Trump behaves. And I don't think that the POTUS, President of the United States, should be, going on social media and saying this, that, and the next thing about people.
I think he's he's an embarrassment, Scottie. I mean, I really like to think that our president, our Prime Minister Boris, wanted to do the same kind of thing. I mean, that would be absolutely outrageous for
this country. Yeah, but the only thing is there's a kind of reduction in the style of one or two world leaders. Anyway, you know what I mean? I always used to look up to our prime ministers, but to be honest with you, Thatcher kind of, I felt she devalued the office of prime minister by becoming a media star, you know?
All right. So you weren't in agreement with her not particularly her, but the Queen and Ronald Reagan in, was it the 80s or the 90s?
The 80s, Thatcher and Reagan, yes, got together. I mean, well, no, that was quite good, actually. I mean, I quite liked the relationship that we had with the United States. There was nothing abrasive about it. I mean, Ronald Reagan was quite a gentle character, actually.
Yeah.
And he was funny. Ronald Reagan, I know he was an actor, but he was actually a really funny man.
All right, I didn't realise that's right.
Oh no! I mean, one time. I'll just tell you this while you're on. I mean, one time, Nancy Reagan was sitting at the back of a wee platform, and her chair leg just went over the back, and she tipped over and fell down. And you know, Ronnie was at the microphone speaking, and once he'd ascertained that she was okay, and they'd picked her up and put her back on the platform, he says, "Honey, I told you only to do it if I didn't get a laugh." You know, now that was a very, very quick line. You know?
I've never heard that one before. Sorry.
Oh no, the man! I actually remember watching it on the news, and it was actually very, very funny.
Uh-huh. So
people like a wee bit of humour, but a lot of what Mr. Trump's doing isn't terribly funny, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't agree with his policies at all. To be honest with you, I'm not a fan of his building the wall and blah blah blah.
No, I don't like this. I mean, barriers should be coming down. This is what worries me about this. You know, this Brexit thing coming out and making ourselves smaller and narrower. But I mean, having said that, people could aim that criticism about Scotland and England for wanting to split up. But having said that, I think they're not terribly compatible together. You see.
Well, Scotty, Boris was on the news today saying he's going to give the English, I believe it's £1.2 billion for the NHS, but it doesn't mention anything about the Scottish NHS.
Well, no, they are separate. If I've got it right, I mean the Scottish Health Service, Scottish NHS is separate to the English NHS. Oh. And did Boris not promise us 350 million a week? Was that on the side of the bus for the NHS?
You took the words out of my mouth, Scotty. Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Yeah, so I mean, if he's promised that, should we not be seeing that getting delivered to the NHS?
I would like to think so, Scotty.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Scotty, it was nice to talk to you, and I wish you a good night and all your listeners.
Nice to talk to you, and dinky do, sir.
The same with you, sir. Good night.
Good night. So there we are. That's Big K on for a wee chat there. 01418 110 You're listening to Scottie McClue's Nightline. We're live on Nation Radio, the world's top radio station, the big one, the one everyone's talking about, the one everyone is listening to. This radio station is absolutely loved and adored. Michelle.
Yes, I've been listening to you for 13.
How are you, darling? Are you dinky there?
No, yes, I'm very dinky too.
Very dinky too. Can you turn your radio down, Michelle, so I can hear you?
Aye.
That's better. There we are. And then I can hear you. Now,
aye.
You've been listening to me since you were 13.
Yes, and I'm 47 now.
Good Lord. You're beginning my age away.
I'm not living now.
Fantastic, yes, absolutely.
You used to be on a Friday night years ago.
Yes, we were on every night. Yes.
Aye.
That's right, we're on every night, and then we went on to the mornings. Yes, yes.
Scotland, or Radio Clyde.
No, it was Scott FM.
Yes, that's right.
Scott FM radio. That was it.
Aye.
Yeah, fantastic. That was a brilliant radio station.
I know.
And then they thought they'd get rid of me, and they lost all their audience. That was the end of that. It was funny because they had a saying at the time.
Aye.
One of the managers, Michelle, I must tell you this one. He thought he stood up and he says, "Nobody is bigger than the radio station." And somebody else corrected him and said, "I think you've got a wee mistake there. I think McClue is."
Scottie McClue.
But I carry on, you know. But it was harsh. It was very me at the time, do you know what I mean? Because I just had to go away from all that wonderful chat, you know. And the people went all of Scotland were dancing and laughing with their granny and the Auntie Fanny, you know. But do you not think, Michelle, your granny and your Auntie Fanny, do you not think that if something's very successful, they're always trying to get rid of it? Yeah, I mean, oh, no, I can't have that. No, it's too successful. No. The Scots don't like success. They don't like the blog. Right, there we go, folks. Enough of all that. Fantastic. And on it goes. Mr. Jax, who have we got here? Alistair, name that tune would be good. Weather update for anyone in Kelvin's side from Gordon Robertson. Weather forecast live on Scottie McClue. It's raining. There we are. Probably be Kareem next. We didn't get Kareem there. I'll work out one with Kareem on it. Scottie, I've got a tape recording somewhere when we used to be on Century Radio. Count Murcielago. Sounds fantastic. Great clip, Scottie, says the wonderful Kareem. Count Murcielago's laughing away here. Brilliant, says Catherine. Do you remember them all, Catherine? All these characters coming on, Michelle and Mr. Jax and of course Linda with her accordion playing. I listened back to that today. It's outstanding. It's just gorgeous. And I actually put on social media, said, listen 75 minutes in. So there we are. Fantastic. Brilliant, says Catherine. It is. It really is. Absolutely amazing. Guys, we need a massive, massive share. Did you like that? Kareem, are you still with us? Did that float your boat, as we say? Kareem's where we dashed off to the shower. So there we are, the electric shower. Fantastic. Sounds a bit strange, an electric shower, doesn't it? But we know what you mean. Yeah, some of them, they have a big pool when you go in the door on the ceiling. It's usually on the ceiling, isn't it? So it's well clear of any water or anything like that. I'm in the big Annisland supermarket now. Gordon Robertson, you are incredible. Brilliant, says Catherine. Did you like that, Catherine? It was very professional. She's a wonderful musician. She is. She's outstanding. But that was her on Tutti Frutti, you know. Yeah, with the accordion, tremendous. The band on Tutti Frutti. About bamboo, about bamboo. I remember Dog Breath. Dog Breath. What a name, a guy called Dog Breath. John G. Andy. Tina's Dublin Fry. Was it an Ulster Fry? It was an Ulster Fry. It wasn't a Dublin Fry. It was an Ulster Fry with double yolkers and porkers and soda bread. That's the stuff, Tina. I think we've got a clip. We'll have to see if we get a clip of Tina with that one. I'm sure we've got that somewhere. Let me just see if I can find that and see if I can get Tina on, because she was outstanding. There we go. Do you remember that? Funny. Guys, isn't it amazing that we all remember these calls? It just shows you at the time how, influential the whole thing was. Absolutely incredible. So there we are. Have we got her? And the Ulster Fray. Tina and the Ulster Fray. I'm sure we'll have that one somewhere. I'll have a look for that. I have a feeling. Whoa. I have a feeling I've got it somewhere. There we go. Tina and her Ulster Fry. There we go. Let's just see what we've got here. I'm pretty sure I have got it. Now, let's just have a wee listen. See if I can get this for you guys. I might just have this. If you can give me half a second, and I'll see what we've got, because this is an outstanding call. Well worth it. There we are there. Right. Soon get you this one, guys. See if you like this one. Who remembers it?
With me, Scottie McCLUE, live on Scott FM. Time coming up to 29 minutes to 11 o'clock. Thought I'd give you that. Makes me sound professional, even though I might not be. Gary.
Hi.
Yes.
Scottie, do you phone, Scottie?
That's very kind of you. Thanks very much. Gina.
Hello, Scottie.
Gina, darling. What are you doing on that program, you think?
Why am I not like your program?
You're liking my program, but you used to only come on Fridays, like.
I know, but I'm working late this Friday night.
Oh, you're working late?
So I decided for you.
How late?
To 12.
How late do you work?
To 12 o'clock.
To 12 o'clock? The mouse ran up the clock.
What?
The mouse ran up the clock.
The mouse ran up belly of mine.
How are you, darling? The mouse ran up your what?
Right, Scottie, see when you introduce this program.
Yes, darling.
It's really starting to get annoying me, Scottie.
Why did it annoy you?
Because you say, right, you say, have a blather with your fellow Scottish people. Right?
Excuse me, I have never in my life said, have a blather with your fellow Scottish people. What are you at there, Wigan? What are you at, we saying, hey? You're swinging your shillelagh at me. Hey, I'll make you an Ulster fry. You want to come and stay the night with me? I'll make you an Ulster fry in the morning with black pudding. I'll give you a big white pudding in the morning. That'll strengthen you up for the day.
Scottie.
That and a couple of sliced sausages. Hey?
You wouldn't last tonight, Scottie, sir.
Wouldn't last the night with an Ulster fry.
You don't get your Ulster fry in the morning.
I'll give you an Ulster fry as soon as you arrive and over in the morning.
No, Scottie, you said you got join instant entertainment with your fellow Scottish people.
Excuse me, could I have a little sip of what you're on? Hey? You're a big darling.
Oh, you're a big darling.
You're a big darling.
Are
So
you
what?
going to sing to me tonight?
No, we're going to sing you a wee song at the moment. When our eyes are silent, cast a song at twilight.
No, it's just the cross.
What?
Yeah,
I think that's what they're singing, the third class lounge in the mailboat. The way back. When they've got a large one in them. It's a bad expression.
My people always have large ones in them, Scottie.
Is that right? Well, that would at least explain something. That would explain something, wouldn't it? Are you telling me they've been swinging the shillelagh, kissing the Bloodstone?
They can swing that out thing, Scottie.
I'll tell you, frying pan's always good for a couple of bangers.
Scottie, I'm supposed to go off work, sir.
After I came into the parlour.
Yeah,
Terrible, lads.
Scottie, do you not think I can sing?
How did you get on in singing in school?
I'm singing in the choir.
To be in the choir?
That's the choir.
Oh, well, I'm glad I missed that. At least maybe the rest of them would drown you out. Thank goodness you went solo singing.
You don't do the pieces in church, Scottie, do you?
You sang the pieces in church?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Did you give it the full bit?
I did, Scottie, the foot pump and everything.
The foot pump? You gave it the foot pump. Does that help your singing? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm now going to sing and I've got the foot pump on the go. So that should help you here at the back there. You'll be able to hear us up at the back. Because I've got the foot pump on me.
Now, do you think that they need to hear me at the back of the foot pump? You know,
They'll be able to hear you. If you can hear us, put your hand up. I said if you can hear us, put your hand up.
Can I say you never have a debate.
Excuse me, I'd like to go to the toilet. Have you ever thought about putting your hand up? Yes, but it comes out the side of your fingers.
Why do you not?
Well, I told you not to mention names. You've done it now, and I told you not to talk about football.
You don't like football?
What do you mean I don't like? It's nothing to do with liking it. It's just that there's something we don't talk about on here.
Do you not talk about it?
This is a phone-in for the ordinary people.
What do you think I am?
You're one of those upmarket silver spoon in the gob.
I am not.
A little bit posh.
I am not.
Brought up with that good few bob behind you.
I think you speak things, baby, but it wasn't Bob. I'm not enough.
Good few bob.
It wasn't.
You can't tell how many Bob the Builder is.
Right, Scottie, you know what I just made? Well, actually, you know what Heather's just made?
The farmer's just made
No,
what?
Heather.
Oh, Heather?
Yes.
Heather?
It was Heather's just made lentil soup, Scottie.
She made an Ulster fry.
No, she hasn't. She didn't make, she hasn't made me an Ulster fry.
What are the dumplings like?
Lovely.
Are they very nice?
Yes, they're lovely, John. Can I taste them, Scottie?
Would she do
Not
it?
that far from me.
Would she do you a dumpling? I'd just like to taste them.
We were just up the road. Come on, you're up here after you finish. Right?
I'd just like to taste the dumplings.
Would you? Oh, Scott! What was that?
I'd like to taste your pudding. They're all right. I'd like to just dip a tiny one into your soup just to have a sip.
Scott, what are you living, Scottie? Come on, you're on upstairs. We have a wee cup of soup, Scottie.
A wee cup of something, darling. Very nice to talk to you.
Same to you, Scottie.
God bless you. And listen, you better phone Friday.
Oh, right. Well, I'll phone you on Friday.
Because the whole team of fan club listens on Friday.
Does it?
Yes, to hear our big darling from across sea. All right, sweetie.
Right, Scottie.
God bless you.
Checkers all right and says it's all.
How I love the dear silver that shines in your hair. See you, darling. Big honey that you are. Margaret.
Right, there we go. Fantastic. So, guys, that's a wee sample of just what it was like 25 years ago. Fantastic. I remember Dog Breath, Andy, Tina's Dublin Fry. There it is. Back again, memories. Did you like the smell of the old subway in the 50s and 60s? Betty, yes, you went down and and when a train came in, you got a terrific draft of it. Do you remember? Whoa, and it came flying out the tunnel. Absolutely. Damp smell, yeah. All right, Scott, we're back in a minute. Need to pee, says ACOS. Too much information. You shouldn't have told us you'll be back. You've well archived your career with all the stuff you can dig out. It's just Alistair Campbell. A lot of that was given to me by other people who said, oh, I've got some tapes of you. Would you like them? You know, that kind of idea. And that's where a lot of it came from. It's very, very interesting just how everything caught on. Scotty, dig out some of the single mums clips. They were brilliant. I'll have a wee look, Magnus. They might be a bit fresh for today's audience. That's classy, Scotty. I think she was wearing mumble trousers, that Tina. Count Markilago, absolute cracker of a lady. Never ever met her or anything like that, but she just came on with her pal. They could have been from anywhere. That's the great thing about the Scottie McClue phone-ins. We're not interested in where you're from. I mean, where you stay or your number or anything like that. We just want to hear your call, and that's what makes it such a great show. 1, 2, buckle your shoe. I mean, that went out, Glenn, that went out to millions, as you know. You know, millions were listening to these stations, just huge. And these were just great characters that came on. What about the bad mother who scalped her wains? What a relief, absolutely. Indeed, Catherine. Yes, absolutely. We'll maybe have one of these. What a relief. We'll choose our moment for that one. She was a bad mother and she'd scalped her wains and we pulled her up for it, which was absolutely the thing. Thank you to everybody who's been so generous tonight, tapping the dollar bill. Very, very kind of you. I'll say thank you to you on the super chat. Fantastic. Was that a good idea to stay on a wee bit longer? Are we all right with that? Fantastic. Here we go now. Yeah, so there you are. So that was Tina. I mean, I think that is just wonderful. It's great. Even hearing it again brings back memories. Big Mappy, oh, Scotty's son, the teeth were nearly going in the pocket. I'll tell you, wasn't he happy? Wasn't he happy, Scotty's son? Wasn't he happy? The teeth were going in the pocket. Quality gold, says Glenn. Hell yeah, says Count Murky Lago. Do you remember Hell yeah, the politician? Oh, hell yeah. You know, I mean, very, very strange. Poor old politicians, they don't get it right. They're not very good with the consequential thinking. You know, don't tell me he meant that, you know, hell yeah. Fantastic. And then it got into the language. And I always remember this woman shouting in the background when the journal was trying to interview John Prescott. And John Prescott was always good for a line. He was very, very good. And you see, an ex-steward, a deep sea man, you know, a ship steward. Gordon's still in the big supermarket, enjoying the podcast, getting strange looks from folk who are seeing me laughing. Gordon, you should tell them what it's about and see if they remember. Any plans for Sunday, Scotty? Very, very busy tomorrow, Glenn. Busy day from the off in the morning. Lots of paperwork being done. Have a like, Scotty, and the rest of you get the thumbs up. Fantastic, ACOS. You are a topper. Gordon, tell them you're listening to Scottie McClue. Yeah, see what the difference is, because I can remember when we first went on Scott FM, a guy had said on the bus, come on, driver, get a step on. We need to get home. Scotty's on. And the bus all laughed. And then people had, it wasn't phones in these days, it was transistor radios. And they had them on in the bus, listening along to McClue's nonsense. To lovely people calling in like Tina there. Gordon, tell them you're listening to Scottie McClue, says Catherine. Yes, Gordon. Spill. Let them know. I need to do more sharing. Have you all shared? Let's see. We'll share with our group. Yes. I'm never sure if one platform tells the other one what's going on, though. Do you know what I mean? Now, we need to get the subscriptions up, guys, because the subscriptions will probably go down a little bit as people that are annoyed with us throwing them off for being a clown, they'll go, right, I'm taking my subscription away from him. So they'll do that. So they'll maybe go down a little bit, and then we'll have to get them back up again. The Scottie McClue group, we haven't done that. Let's get that one on. That's a belter. So there we go. Facebook. Scottie McClue fan group for fans, discussion and debate. Now there's 3,000 of you on there, so that should be quite good stuff. So we can let people know that we're live. It also says you can link your YouTube to Twitter and Facebook, so one post tweet goes to all the other places at the same time. Now, ACOS, I think I am linked, but I'm just wondering if that works, if I have to activate something. I never thought about that. That's an idea, although I have to say that the watch times are a way up. Massive, massive increase in watch times. Has everybody that possibly could subscribe, please don't delay on this one. We need your subscriptions. It's vital. Afternoon all, says Jonas McSpurrin. Afternoon from, tell us where from, Bermuda. Am I right, Jonas? You're on from Bermuda. Afternoon all, dinky do. What's the time in Bermuda, Jonas? Spill, please. There are ACOS, I'll check that. But I'm wondering if there's something I need to click and then it just goes, wow. You know, that sort of idea. Wonderful, Catherine Raven. Catherine, you are good. You really are. There we are. The bad mother in the Wayne's watery leaf. 1, 2, buckle your shoe, says. Yeah, 1, 2, buckle my shoe was the word for the business, wasn't it? That's that one. Do you remember that? The Man from Uncle Bird, all that stuff. It was wonderful, all these things that we evolved But that's quite a clip. So there we are. So Count Merculado, if you've got anything, that would be wonderful. Takes admins ages to approve your live feed on Facebook. Your stream can be finished before they share. Your stream can be finished before they share it. Is anyone else going to Skype Scottie McClue tonight? Catherine, you should Skype in and have a wee chat. Gilly in the Mist. Yes, I've got that app that can post to all platforms. But I seem to remember, I'll take that down now, Gilly, that we've said it. But I've actually tried that app, but they self-brand, so they put their brand on it. People go, what's this? Who's this from? 5:45 p.m. You can't tell the time now. Can't tell the time now. 5:45. Yes, and we're at 9:45. Is that right? Yes. So in Bermuda, you're 4 hours behind us. Is that right? 4 hours behind in Bermuda. I'll check out my old tapes. They go back 23 years. Well, you see Tina there. That probably goes back 25 years, you know. And she was lovely with her laughter. We called her Big Darling, Big Tina. She might have been tiny for all we know. Do you know what I mean? She was just a hoot. And I don't know what she did when she was working late. She was maybe nursing or something like that, but she was just funny, clever and funny. You don't hear anything about the Bermuda Triangle these days. Did they ever solve the mysteries that happened there? Yes, what do we think the Bermuda Triangle is? Do we think there is something magnetic? Because was there not a squadron of, was it American fighters? And they disappeared. I think they ran out of fuel, but they had all the radio chat with them and what have you. And maybe the gyro compasses went daft. You christened me Jarrah John. Well, you know, you said that you were from Jarrah when you came on. Jarrah John. Did I christen you or did you say? I can't remember, Count. It was fantastic. But you were very good. And I can remember when you came on and you said, was it you that said to me, me and the boys will come round and sort you out? I said, I've had more frights from the Bash Street kids. If you see this, let us all know, says John G. Yes. If anybody's watching and just joined the stream, do let us know if you are there. And guys, have you all shared, subscribed, liked, done all that sort of thing? So mysteries like the Bermuda Triangle, do we believe it? That's what we need to ask. Do we actually believe the Bermuda Triangle? I think we should say. We should spill. We should tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. I don't know. How long can you stream on YouTube? So there we are. We need to know how long it is. You used to just be able to do a few minutes. All these things change dramatically and quickly. You know, I mean, everybody's really getting an idea there for stuff. It's fantastic. We love it. We love it. There we go. Right, so I'm sending this out. And I'm sending it out. Where am I sending it out to? Hi, Asko. Where did the last one? Oh, the last one went to the group. So we're sending this out to a group. And we'll just put live now. I think that's the best plan, isn't it? Live now. I've got my highball glass in. I don't want to knock it over. Live now. Say something about this. Okay. Live now. Wonderful. We'll tell 10 to tell 10. Right. So we're going out to the group. And we start that. YouTube. Wonderful. Live videos. And off it jolly well goes. There we are. Just let everybody know that we are live now. Jonas McSpurren. It's some magnetic current that comes from below the ocean. It affects, that should be affects. Jonas, come on now. If Gordon Robertson sees that, he'll go bananas. It affects the instruments, as you correctly said. There's limits on, there's a link. Oh, wait a minute, so hang on, sorry. Affects the instruments, as you correctly said. There's a really interesting documentary on YouTube. interesting. YouTube is just outstanding. And now that my lovely sister sent me a little device that I can get it on the telly, I think you can stream as long as you like. I don't think there's a limit on YouTube. Is there not, Catherine? Catherine, you are so switched on. Are you a very young lady? Do you know what I mean? With an old head on your shoulders, if you know what I mean. Very wise lady. Scottie, it's Stephen and Jenna. Can I have a shout out and a big dinky do for the Rapper's Delight Zoom quiz massive? John, Evelyn, and Erin, first place tonight. Give them a tip of the bonnet. Stephen Kerr, tip of the bonnet. Respect to you guys for the Rapper's Delight. And have a wonderful quiz and dinky do from Scottie McClue and every single one of us to you. So there you are, fantastic. That's what we like. Any more likes, please? Like. So there we are, Stephen and Jenna. Scottie, I'm still in the big supermarket. I've just had to pull someone up. Affect and effect. Good man. I've just heard you pull someone up. Oh, I had to Gordon. I thought, if Gordon sees that, there'll be hell on. You know what I mean? So there we are. A Grenadian. Good man, Scottie. Of course, Gordon. I would not let you down. I knew you were away busy shopping, and I thought, where's the grammarian? Scottie, what's your favourite soup? Glenn, you've really got me there. I love so many beautiful soups. Homemade mushroom. I once had French onion with a huge dollop of toasted cheese in it. No, when I say toasted cheese, the actual bread and everything. A great big toasted cheese sandwich in the French onion soup. I wasn't too keen on hare soup. I once had hare soup put in front of me. Not made with hare, made with a hare. And I thought, no, how mean, just a hare. No, that sort of idea. But has anybody ever had nettle soup or heard of it? Is it safe? Posh places do French onion with loads of cheese in it. It costs. You'll know more about that than me. McClue's never been in a posh place in his puff. Beef broth. The beef tea, very, very good. They used to feed you beef tea. And you could get what was called invalid cups. And it was a bowl half covered with ceramic and a spout. And you shoved the spout in your mush and you sucked it through the spout. No, I said I wouldn't send the boys round. You chatted with me. My ex-partner to Claire, but it was such a long time ago since I've spoken to her. All right, fantastic. It must have been somebody else then, John. So there we are. Oxdale, says Glenn Peacock. Is that an area in Sheffield? Used to love oxtail soup. Not bad. Haven't had that for years. Yes, oxtail soup was actually very, very nice. I can remember it. Yes, oxtail soup. And that sort of idea. Oxtail. That was like the old lady that there was a queue outside the theatre. And she came up and she says, "Excuse me, son, is this the queue for the butchers?" And they went, "No, dear, this is for the Tales of Hoffman." And she says, "Oh, well, I'll maybe just make a pot of soup then." Still nothing what I can make for my dinner. This is Gordon Robertson. I know, Gordon, you see, the thing is, I think when you get to our stage in the game, which is young, you let's not kid ourselves. We are young, but you sort of look, nah, I don't really fancy that. Nah, because you've had so many things. Count's giving an advert here for a big soup company, and he says their oxtail is so good. Also, Scotch broth. Scotch broth is gorgeous. Does anybody like the cockaliki? That's quite a nice one as well. You get it around Burns night, the cockaliki soup. But I don't think there's any cockaliki in it. So there we are. Very nice cockaliki soup. Anybody know how to make cockaliki soup? Don't try the nettle soup. It'll sting you. Went to the restaurant, the one that does the nettle soup, and we get stung. There we are. Had some roast pelican. The bill was huge. And homemade lentil is the business, says Alistair. Alistair, I think you're right. A homemade lentil soup. And do you like a smooth lentil soup? There we are. So absolutely. I don't mean lumps in it. I mean, you don't put a lot of veg in. I'll tell you another lovely soup is, you boil up a big bone for stock and a hoch bone or something. You have the hoch soup. Then you shove in all the bits and pieces. Another nice one is the vegetable soup where you boil the potatoes and then chop them up so you've got wee tatties in it. Potato soup. Who remembers kidney soup? Says the watery leaf. Watery leaf, I think, were you not on a special diet? And were you not on the Edinburgh diet? I miss Buns Night, Haggis, Neeps and Tatties, says Count Mercula. Go. Where are you based now, Count, did you say? You're not in Stirling, is that right? Or are you still in Stirling? There we are. No, you're not. You're back down south, aren't you? Ham hock. Yes, the ham hock is interesting. Is that the same as hoch? Or is hoch haw? H-A-U-G-H, the hoch. I don't know. Interesting one. We need to get to the bottom. Where is Gordon? Gordon's at the supermarket when we need him most. No need for kidney soup. That's Bowfins' A-class. I'm not so keen on pea soup. No, you can't see a thing. You know? Oh, I see you. I thought you meant the fog. There's a pea souper out there. Remember Garnock Way on the TV, Scott, and later became Take the High Road. No. Oh, yes. I see what you mean. Yes, Garnock Way. Now, was Garnock Way not filmed at Airth between Stirling and Falkirk, isn't it? Airth. Was it between Falkirk and Edinburgh? Airth Castle. And we found out if there's meat in stovies yet, Catherine, that's the unsolved mystery of Scottish cuisine. You know, we Scottish culinary delight. We still have not agreed, is there meat in stovies or is there not? Do you remember when we broke the story on Scott FM? And I think we argued it for a fortnight minimum. Take the High Road was made in Luss. It was County Maclargo, yes, very much so. And who was your favourite Take the High Road character? Did you like Mrs. Mac? Wonderful. When I visit Glasgow, I visit a place in Bishopbriggs. So there, the minestrone soup is to die for. Jonas McSpurren, fantastic. Pardon me, they're a bit windy tonight on the chest. Square sausage is in stovies, says ACOS. Yes, but is it ACOS, you see? Or is that an addition? Somebody said that stovies were potatoes and onions done in butter. And that's stovies. Oh, my phone buffed when you answered me. My neighbour used to make it. She had sausages in it. Ah, right. So there you are. Sorry if your phone buffed there. Mrs. Mac was like the Hilda Ogden of the village. Hilda Ogden. Do you remember Hilda Ogden? Yeah, she was fantastic. She really was. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So there we are. And do you remember Mavis? Mavis in Coronation Street and Derek. Do you remember the McFlannels on the radio? Betty, I think I was too young to remember the McFlannels, Mrs. McCotton and Mrs. McFlannel. And for some reason, the BBC took it off. And we never knew why they did that, because it was so successful. You know, wonderful. Did you like the old Peter McDougall play, Scottie? Very much so, John G. Excellent. Was he down where the Buffalo go? The wonderful Stella Goney, who I saw the other night in something. Oh, I'll tell you what I saw her in. I saw her in the Salisbury Poisonings. I watched that on iPlayer the other night when I got my new stick. So there we are. Peter McDougall, yes, Just Your Luck. I was thinking about that today. Was that not another Peter McDougall? What about Just a Boys Game? Was that one of his? Can't remember. But there are all these wonderful plays. So there you are. But I certainly did Peter McClue, a wonderful writer. Yes, a Greenokian gentleman, I seem to recall. Is that right? So there we are. Now, oh my goodness me, do you know what's happened? We've just come up for the 2 hours. That one with Frankie Miller on the Greenock Docks and the Elephant's Graveyard with Billy Connolly. Was that Peter's stuff? Am I right? We got that one? Yes. And what was the one that Billy Connolly was in? Just Another Saturday. Was that the one about the Orange Band? Have I got that? Was that Just Another Saturday? There was Just a Boys Game. And there was Just Another Saturday as well. Was that a Peter one? Yep. Everybody's going, yes. I don't know what you're saying yes to. Are you saying yes? That these were Peter's plays. So there we go. There was Just Your Luck about the wee girl that gets pregnant and the two families, one's Catholic and one's Protestant. And they meet and they get a few drinks and say, oh, they're all right, actually, you know, that kind of stuff. And then that was Just Your Luck, I think. And there's Just Another Saturday. Now, what was that one about? Was that about football? Or was that the one about the Orange Walk? I'm sure there was one about an Orange Walk. There was that one as well. Billy Connolly, the man who sued God. I saw that in the pictures. Outstandingly good. Just Another Saturday was about the Orange Walks. That's the one. So there we are. Just Another Saturday. But they were so well done. I mean, it's just life. And life in, that 60s, 70s Glasgow. Scottie Dinky Doo. Scottie, I hope you have a great rest of the evening. Glenn Peacock, take great care of yourself, and Dinky Doo to you. Love to Sheffield. Fantastic. I love being an internationalist. The Orange Walk, that's right, John D. Yes, there was that. I'm just saying how these things are continued, these traditions go on and on. Absolutely, yes, indeed. And then there was Down Where the Buffalo Go. Harvey Keitel and Stella Goney, and that was filmed in Gourock. The flat was in, I think, what you would call Castle Mansions, up where the old Gourock Castle had been, near to the Granny Kempock Stone. Am I right? At the end of Bar Hill Road. There we are. Can you hear the 1 o'clock gun in Glasgow? Oh, every day, Water Relief. What a racket. I think there's the gun going off. Just a Boys Game was filmed in Greenock in 1978. Can you check out Leaving for me, John G? Leaving was the wonderful guy that did, give me the name again. One of it's about a Catholic school in Greenock in 1960. Yes. The producer that went on to do James Bond went on to do James Bond. I know him so well. I know the name so well. It's just not on the tip of my tongue, and it should be. Oof, well remembered, says Acos. Did you like that? So there you go. And also, they go across with the Liberty boats to the American ship in the Holy Loch. And every day after school, I used to, when everybody else went to football, that's another reason I don't play football, I cycled to Cardwell Bay and got on board the Granny Kempock, and we went to bring the sailors back. What about that? The Granny Kempock with Roy Ritchie. Wonderful. Been a fantastic show tonight, Scottie. Keep up the good work. Yes, big man. Glenn, bless you. A great show tonight. Very much appreciated. Will do, Scottie, says John G. If you could check that one out for me, that'd be fantastic. Count says, well, I'm back on Geordie land, Scottie, and I have a partner in Poland. So it's going there a lot till COVID. Right? I'm trying to speak like thee. I was listening to you over there on YouTube. I'm not going back there till next year. Looking after mum here. You send my very best to your mum, Jarrow John. Lovely to hear from you. Fantastic. Scottie, you're always the adopted Yorkshireman, and I'm Glenn. I'm the most privileged man in the world because I've got homes and lives everywhere. I get invited. I say, you should come down. Get yourself down here. I could go to Lancashire. I can go to Aberdeen, to Carlisle, to Edinburgh, to Glasgow, to London. Fantastic. I lived in a flat in London with my girlfriend, and we were just round the corner from the Albert Hall. And I never thought anything of it at the time, but I found out the flat itself nowadays would be worth millions. This better than going to pub, says Magnus. Hey, Magnus, thanks, la. Scottie, yes, absolutely. An adopted Yorkshireman. You know, Glenn, that is a huge, huge compliment because you need to be aged a minimum of 150 before you're even considered to be adopted as a Yorkshireman. So for me, in middle age, to get that accolade is huge. You know what I mean? The word went up in Sheffield, Scottie's all right. He's all right, the lad, you know. Another one for you looking after number one. So there we are. Another one for you looking after number one, lol. What's that one? Looking after number one. Right. Thanks, says Magnus. Not at all, Magnus. You're a top man. I agree. I look forward to the show all day. Catherine, that's a lovely, lovely thing to say. It's incredible. We've only been running now for what? Maybe a month? No, a wee bit more than that. Maybe 4 weeks. More than a month, 4 weeks. Do you see what I just did there? Maybe 5 weeks, something like that. And it's incredible how we're all together there. Count McCLUE, we'll cut you loose for tonight. Great show tonight. Got to speak to partner in Poland. Best wishes. Stay safe. Jared John, you look after your sin. Lovely to hear you. There we are. Send the best to Swan Hunters. There we are. Stay safe, says Count McCLUE. Everybody stay safe. When we were talking about sayings earlier, looking after number one, we're saying things like, I'm wider than thee. Aye, that's it. I know me stuff. Or another one that they used to say, when they would say, he was saying such and such about you. Was he now? Read. Well, he wants to watch that because I know some stuff. I love when they come out with that kind of nonsense, you know. I know some stuff, I'll tell you. I won't say out just now. I'll wait me moment. Catch up with the show later. Great show, Betty McIver. Bless you. Mwah! Top lady. Absolutely fantastic. It's a wonderful way to spend a lockdown evening. It really is. So there are all these wonderful sayings, Glenn. You're absolutely right. And talking about all the old television, talking about food, cooking, talking about anything. There was a guy came on the other night. I don't know if you noticed him, and he went, "What's this?" I said, "Scottie McCLUE." We'll catch up with the show later. Great show, Betty. Take care of your dear self and love being you because it's a great thing to be. Dinky doo, my darling. Fantastic. So that's that. There's all these sayings, Glenn. Fantastic. More sharing. We haven't tweeted tonight. Are we going to tweet? Now, what do we put in? Right, I'm looking for hashtags for tonight's tweet before you go. Imagine looking after number one. It won't be hard, will it? The number one's only a stick, ain't it? I love it, Glenn. It won't be hard looking after number one. It's only a stick, ain't it? We love all this. Fantastic. Now, it's wanting me to sign in. Right, talking Yorkshire now. What's your favourite soup, Sir John Switchbarrow? Oh, yes, the question you asked. That was what I was thinking. What about Scottish chicken soup? You know, when there's like a big blob of oil floating on the top? Bye-bye, Betty. Sleep well, says Catherine. Night-night, Betty. Everybody say goodnight to Betty, please. And dinky-doo. Thank you to every single one of you. Right, we've just got time to tweet. And then we'll have to dash off. I'll just pop in. I'll pop in a wee picture. Have you noticed the new picture on everything, guys? With the beard. I thought I'd better update it because otherwise it felt a little bit false, you know. Good night to the nation, says John G. Neat, John G. You take care of the sin. You need eyes in the back of your head. Another one. I know. You can't be up to them. You can't be up to them. You need eyes in your back of your head. Honestly, I don't know what's next. And then I told you, didn't I, being at a Yorkshire wedding once, and this little boy was asking embarrassing questions and all the rest of it. And his dad says, sorry, but I don't know what it means. And he said, I do know what it means. And his dad said, right, come on. So his dad took him away, and his grandpa turned over to me. He said, sorry about that. He wants thumping, that one. You know, highly illegal nowadays, of course. Yes, hitting the child, sparing the rod and spoiling the child. And of course, they used to give us a good thump in school. Stupid boy. You know, I mean, listen, when you see Dad's Army with Arthur Lowe, you know, stupid boy. It's a bit like that. So there we go. Stupid boy. Don't tell him, Pike. Wonderful. YouTube channel. Right. I'm looking for stuff for the tweet, for tonight's tweet. All right. So we'll do a little bit of football. What's your team? What teams do you want in for tonight's tweet? Do tell. Wonderful stuff. Right. We'll do this. And we'll get the tweet off. Very, very important. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. Imagine that one. Well, you remember the old Scottie McClue one? I wouldn't trust him to sit the right way around on lavatory. That's the one. So there we go. I'll give you one for you, Glenn. I'll pop in the Sheffield gloves, eh? There we are. We'll pop them in as well. Lad. I'll tell thee. Wonderful. Right, and we'll just put what about this, guys? Scottie is still live now, if you're quick. There we are. Fantastic. Remember that one, Glenn? Ooh, what a place this is. You can't tell quick from dead. It's fantastic. So there we are. Remember a guy started off and he said to the front row of the theatre, he said, are you enjoying yourself, love? She says, I am, love. Right, good. We're going to let your face know. You know, very good. Right, let's join hands. See if we can contact the living. All that stuff. We love all that. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Right, so that's that. Bit of football stuff here, guys. Wonderful. And, it's Independence Day in America, isn't it? We'll put that in. So there we are. I think we should have America. And Independence. Yeah, I think we want a bit of that, don't we? Independence Day. Lovely. Pop that in. And anything else you want in here, guys? Glenn, do you want Aston Villa? Sure, is that your team? There we are. We'll pop that in. That's lovely. That is. Yeah, that's lovely. That is. Right, guys. I'm just typing away here, and I hope you're all doing the same. Share, share, share to share, share to share to share. Be looking for you. All the best till then. Alistair Campbell, You take care of yourself now, and Dinky do, and I'll be looking for you. All the best till then. Lovely to have you on, Alistair. Thank you. I wouldn't trust him as far as I can throw him. That's it. Why, aye, man. What a relief. Where did you learn why, aye, man? Time will tell. Oh, that's another one. What will time tell? You know, I know people go that, you say. So, what do you think will happen then? Aye, time will tell. We love that. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see who the big man is. Aye. Aye, that's it. Aye, he's full of it. Full of it. What's that one? Aye, full of it. You know. What about that one, Glenn? Do you remember that one? Aye, it's full of it. That's it. Full of the big talk. So there we go. And what else are we putting in here? Right, I'm going to... Oh. Right, guys, I'm going to tweet now, and we shall see how quick this tweet goes up. All right. So there we are. Right. Now... Right, that's it. No more. That's all you're getting. Okay, so I've exhausted it now. We've got it absolutely right. And I said, Scottie is still live now if you're quick. Now, if anybody's on Twitter, at Scottie McClue, can you please retweet this? All right, it'll just be coming through now. Will you ever go back on the radio and do the phone-ins, says Stephen Douglas? I don't see why not, Stephen. My problem now is getting a programmer who understands quality speech radio, because they're all kind of trained in music now. There's been huge cuts in radio jobs. All the old programmers are getting flung out, and now it's just really guys sitting, putting files into a computer all day. That's programming, and they get a fright if a real live presenter turns up, you know, and goes, any jobs? They go, oh, no, we've nothing like that at all, Scottie. No, we just do the hit music, like, you know. Time will tell. Time will tell. We ever go back there? Yes, so Stuart Clark, the blankety blank, checkbook and pen. Wogan started off doing blankety blank, and I thought he was excellent, very good, as Terry Wogan is. And then Les Dawson took over, and it was just different class. He was outstanding because he sent it up. Terry was doing his best to keep it together. I mean, Terry was very good at sending things up, very good with the Eurovision Song Contest, all that stuff. The man was a genius. I cannot see past Terry Wogan. And he was very good on blankety blank, but he didn't send it up in the way that Les did. And Les used to go, we've got your prize, blankety blank, checkbook and pen. You know, as if it was something massive, you know, and you take that away with you. It was just good. It was lovely, lovely stuff. Proper entertainment on the telly, rather than just, now it's time for another movie, you know, and that sort of idea. Smile, you should let your face know. Are you smiling? I'm happy. Well, let your face know. Just out the big supermarket weather report for anyone in Annie's Land in Glasgow. It's chucking it down. Gordon, keep safe, well and dry, but homework for thee. For you, I mean, sorry, I'm talking Yorkshire, chatting to Glenn all night, all neat. Homework for you is, who was Annie of Annie's Land? We need to find that out. We know who Mary Hill was. She was the daughter of a mine owner. And I'm sure there was Bella Houston. But who was Annie of Annie's Land? Homework for Gordon Robertson. As if he hadn't got enough to do with a big shop and chucking it down on his trolley, coronavirus, everything. So there we are, fighting the lot, you know, bucket and rain in Glasgow. Your eyes are bigger than your stomach. That's another. Your eyes bigger than your belly. I've heard that one. Ooh, right stuff now. I think I've ate too much. I think I've eaten too much. And you say, that's your trouble. Your eyes bigger than your belly. And when they've got a huge belly on them anyway. I get a hard time for my accent here, says Jonas. Got you playing away, and I can see my buddies straining their ears to understand you. To understand me. They look your every worries when I let out the odd chuckle. There you are. Sorry, your eyes are bigger than your head. What's it? Hey, don't tell him that. You'll swell his head. He won't be able to get outdoor. You'll swell his head. All I want for Christmas is some nail clippers. What relief. What are you talking about? Oh, terrible, terrible what relief. No, what relief. Red card. And we got a red card for what relief? No, we've nothing red. Will you take yellow just now? Scottie, have we time for another wee clip? If everyone's okay with that, says Catherine Raven. I'm sure we have, Catherine. J-Dog Gaming, did you hear that Lewis Hamilton refused his yearly wage to go for fun? Oh, there we are. Amazing stuff. Right, J-Dog? We don't know about that one. Thank you for letting us know. I'm just going to do the editorial there. Sorry, when I said earlier Bob Monkhouse did blankety blank was getting mixed up with Celebrity Squares. That's it, Celebrity Squares, yes. Bella Houston, did you know her? No, but Mary Hill was the daughter. Mr. Hill owned a mine in Mary Hill, as far as I understand. Yellow's fine, not a red one, please. What relief, we don't have a red one, but you're lucky, you're in luck. In fact, I'll maybe have to make one up. Hang on a minute. Let's make one up. Okay, guys, we need to make up a card for what relief. So there we are. I think when we make it, what should we show what relief, everybody? A yellow card or a red card for a duff joke? There we are. It's up to the... So shall we show them a red card? Have I got a red pen here? I don't know if I've got a red pen. I'll have to have a look. I'm sure I had a red pen somewhere. Have I dropped it? Right. That's it. Eee. Oh. Right, let's see what we got. Can I have more likes, please, guys? You have to move the... If you're going to give us a like, you have to actually move the chat. And if you're giving me £1 or anything tonight, what I'm going to do is I give you a note on the organ or piano. It's called a note for a note. You're not needing a red pen, yellow will do. Says Gordon Robertson. Now, what we'll do, are we giving him a yellow card, Gordon? Right, okay. I'll just have to handwrite it. Right, that's for water relief. Okay, can you all see that? Is that fair enough? Yellow card for water relief. So there we are. Sorry for my typo errors. Yellow card for water relief. Don't worry, Glenn. Everyone says yellow. Says everyone does not say, oh yeah, Glenn Peacock saying yellow, Gordon Robertson, yellow. The amazing Paul O'Grady did the blank Lily Savage. Did he do that? I loved his Lily Savage. That was fantastic. A guy once said to me, a top man in show business, he went, Scottie, I'd love you and Lily Savage to do a show. I remember that. So it would be outstanding. Scottie McClue and Lily Savage. Lily and Scottie, or Scottie and Lily, it doesn't matter. There we are. Yeah, Paul O'Grady, what a top man. Gordon Robertson says, yellow, very fair, Gordon. You're hard but fair, you know. Sin bin. Glenn, stick him in the sin bin. Give water relief time out. No, water relief's been around for a long, long time. And I tend to go a bit soft. So there we are. Has anybody seen that lovely judge in America on social media? And if somebody commits a minor offense and he understands their situation, so he says things like, so why didn't you pay when you were asked? And we go, I have no money. I had to feed my child. You're at a stage you had to feed your child. Okay. Right, I'm going to dismiss this case because you've got enough to worry about. He's a lovely, lovely guy, does everything absolutely properly, but he's just a gorgeous man, a very nice man. Not a soft touch. He asked them all the questions. He was in the army himself and all that sort of thing. Have you seen him? Fantastic. Les Dawson did blankety blank as well. Stephen Douglas, yes, for Dame Edna Everidge. Glenn Peacock. Now, Dame Edna, fabulous, fabulous creation. Lovely, lovely guy. Wonderful piece of work. Also, did the same guy not do Sir Les Patterson? Remember the Australian cultural ambassador? He used to have like spaghetti all down his front, and he drank and he belched and he smoked and all that stuff. The Australian cultural ambassador. I'll throw blancmange in the faces. What's that one, Glenn? Where you got that? I've seen him. You've seen Les Patterson. Fantastic. The old lady Madge, her friend. Yes, Madge as well. Madge. There we are. Hi, Scottie. Fantastic. Does anybody remember Hinge and Bracket? They were fantastic. And I can remember going to see them at the Arts Guild in Greenock. And it was a summer's night. It was hot. I think it was a summer's night. And I got a fit of the sneezes. I mean, now you'd have cleared the place. It wouldn't happen. But I get these really big sneezes. You've heard me. Washer! Washer! Though everybody jumped back from their YouTube there. They were fine. And I can remember, I thought, I'm not going to be able to keep this back. And Dame Hilda Brackett, they were female impersonators, and they were brilliant. And Dame Hilda Brackett, Patrick Fife, the actor, and George Logan was Dr. Evadne Hinge, and George was an outstanding pianist. And they played these two old musicians. And Dame Hilda was singing something like Land of Hope and Glory, and I couldn't keep it back any longer. And I let go this huge sneeze, and the whole theatre burst out laughing. And he stopped singing and fixed me from the stage with his eye, and he went, "Well done, dear. It was badly timed, but you were noticed." And they all just fell about applauding. It was wonderful, and it got me off the hook as well. You know, it was such a lovely professional piece of work. Just fantastic. Hi, Scottie. It says the Barry Normals. Hello, Barry Normals. The lady that was speeding at like 5 miles per hour because her child was sick, and the judge and police said they'd have drove faster. Yes, I've seen that. The judge, he's wonderful. Catherine Raven is just the loveliest man. And he asks all the right questions, as I say. He's no soft touch. If somebody was cheeking up, he'd soon sort them out. But when it's genuine people, he had a 96-year-old that it was a parking violation, I think. And I think the guy was 96 and he'd been driving. His son had cancer, and he told the judge this, and he listened. He goes, "You're still looking after your boy." Okay, I'm going to dismiss this case. Oh, lovely, lovely stuff. Gimme with amazing Kathy Buck and her friend Tom, says Glenn. Wonderful, wonderful. What was that one? Yes. The lighting has turned your face purple. Have you been at the sauce, Scottie? What relief are you joking? Am I sitting too far forward? Have the lights popped or something? There shouldn't be any change in the lighting. Is that better? Or is that a wee bit No, it goes a bit misty at the side with that one. Also starred in Harry Enfield, Kevin and Perry in his sketch shows with Paul. Yes, fantastic, Glenn. Harry Enfield, I loved him. Was Harry Enfield the old Gits? The old Gits. I'll tell you what we might do, guys. We might put on... What we might do is we might put on... There's Twitter. I'm just going to tweet that. The round tower at Windsor Castle. Very nice. Let's see how many people are tweet. 512 have seen the tweet, and it's just one tweet. I posted one today. 29,500 have seen it. So there we are. Fantastic. It just shows you how big McClue is. We need to translate that audience to the YouTube shows, guys. Now, Rome was not built in a day, but if you can subscribe, if you can share, if you can like, and I know you might get a little bit fed up me telling you this, but this is just a byproduct of social media. It's how it happens. If I was live in a big theatre in front of 5,000 people, 5,000 people would see you, you know, that sort of thing, which is fantastic. So there we go. Right, so we've got love the amazing camp, Julian Clary in the camp quiz. Sticky moments. Sticky moments. Fantastic. Absolutely. Right, there you are. They have all done that. What we'll do, we'll see if we can get a clip for you for tomorrow, guys. I think that would be absolutely amazing. So there we are. Fantastic stuff. Now, I think we'll leave it there if that's okay with you guys. It's been absolutely superb tonight. Outstanding. You're a beautiful, beautiful audience. Lovely, lovely people. And it is an absolute privilege for me to share this lockdown time with you. As I say, we'll see about the mornings, what's happening there. You know, and we'll see if we can do the nights for you. So you're going to be on tomorrow, Scottie. Glenn Peacock not on the Sunday, I think. If I may have a day, that would be rather good. So and remember Saturday morning with the Tiswas Swap Shop, the Wee House in the Prairie, and Black Beauty and the Waltons. Yes, the Waltons. Night, John Boy. Dinky-doo, Scottie. Take care, big man. Great Skype call. Always a good call. Fantastic, Glenn. You beautiful people, take care of yourselves. I'll catch up with you Monday morning, 10 o'clock sharp. Please spend time over Sunday sharing, getting subscribers, building up our stream. Land of the Giants. Wonderful. Catherine Raven, you are fantastic. Wonderful stuff. I salute you all and thank you. I'll sing you the song. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Take care, everybody, as you go. Goodbye, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen. Au revoir. And a cheerio. Thanks again, loves. Take great care of yourselves and sleep well. This is Scottie McClue saying to every single one of you, dinky-doo.